All right, welcome Sahid and Ali. We are live for KCFL episode 24. I am Prashant from Devil's Dawn, and I'm really excited to have Prarambha from Capital Boys on this episode. Welcome to the show, Prarambha.
Thank you so much, Prashant, bro, and looking forward to this one because so many things to talk about today.
All right, all right. So, Prarambha, I've seen you in so many places like sports commentary. I've seen you reading news in Kantipur television, होइन? So what do you want to say about yourself? आफूलाई कसरी introduce गर्छौ तिमीले?
Well, I am an accidental journalist with a lot of interest in sports. Sports पनि football मात्रै हैन. I also follow cricket and tennis, हैन? So I have a interest चाहिँ धेरै areasमा छ. Obviously, but I'm a diehard Chelsea fan and Pakistan in cricket. Tennis with Rafael Nadal. Sadly, he got out of the Australian Open recently.
Okay. It's been a while. मैले पनि tennis चाहिँ त्यस्तो धेरै follow गरेको थिएन, but I was so much into cricket पहिला चाहिँ, हैन? Like I used to literally watch इन्डियाको चाहिँ मेरो अब वीरेन्द्र सहवाग was my favorite, and there was I used to watch each and every इन्डियाको म्याचेसहरु टेस्ट क्रिकेट अनि त्यो हुन्छ नि
one
day T20 त अलि पछि आयो, हैन? तर अगाडि अब इन्डिया ए को गेम्सहरु पनि हेर्थे के मैले, because इन्डिया people would come selected अब को हुन्छ त नेक्स्ट अब हुन्छ नि नेक्स्ट सिरिजमा चाहिँ को सेलेक्ट होला इन्डियाबाट
up and coming star को हुन सक्छ भन्ने
हैन? I discovered धोनी त्यहाँबाट के, अनि त्यसपछि तर बिस्तारै चाहिँ मेरो फ्रेन्ड सर्कलमा चाहिँ it was so much about football and EPL, अनि त्यसपछि I gradually started हुन्छ नि त्यो क्रिकेटमा चाहिँ अलिकति ग्रिप घट्दै गयो, हैन? But त्यो पनि अब जस अब as a whole चाहिँ अब हुन्छ नि it's so much fulfilling to get connected with sports, हैन? अनि तिम्रो बारेमा चाहिँ I mean अब I haven't had so many people जसले चाहिँ हैन with so much into sports and it's in their profession के, अब तिमी छौ नि त अब स्पोर्ट्समै छौ, हैन? You enjoy sports and you are in it as a profession, हैन? त्यो चाहिँ कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ? कस्तो how is it like?
It's very rewarding. It's like having a dream job, to be honest, because you are doing something that you absolutely love. And on top of that, you get to go watch the matches, interact with these athletes, not just national, but also at times, if you get lucky, you get to like report on international sporting events. Nepalमै पनि कहिलेकाहीँ भइरहेको हुन्छ, like we had the South Asian Games, and we had all the athletes from around our South Asian countries, and it's like a festival that you really celebrate. And just writing or reporting about it is something you have to be very unbiased, obviously, but you enjoy doing that, and you thrive in that. And this you get to learn more about that too. It would एकदमै राम्रो feeling, say feel good factor हो क्या त्यो. It does not feel like working a single day.
All right. Yeah, I can imagine that surreal feeling, right?
Yeah.
अर्को कुरा भनेको चाहिँ so you get to see live sports and then do commentary on that, write news about it, read news about it, and plus and त्यसपछि you get to be at home and just enjoy the sport. Yeah, watching in TV. Yeah, what do you enjoy? Kun चाहिँ ठिक लाग्छ तिमीलाई? I mean, if you had to choose, I mean, it's not a choice, but
yeah,
just the different aspects. Because I'm here to say we just look at it as a pure entertainment purpose-मा चाहिँ घरमा बसेर हेरेर जस्तो हुन्छ हैन हामीलाई. Plus, and if we get a chance, maybe we go to the stand and be there as a spectator, हैन? तर you have another dimension to that sport, हैन? अब त्यो त्यसमा चाहिँ तिमीलाई चाहिँ which one would you
I just wish यसमा चाहिँ के छ भने हैन, obviously त्यो त्यहाँ स्टेडियममै भएर हेर्नु र टिभीमा हेर्नुको मलाई चाहिँ टिभीमा हेर्न चाहिँ एकदमै चिल तरिका लाग्छ, किनभने you don't have to do a lot of job because the commentators are already doing a lot of job for you, हैन? Even if we हुन्छ नि miss some action, त्यो रिप्लेसहरु हुन्छ क्या, हैन? But when you're reporting that incident live from the venue, you don't have that freedom of replace to all higher degree. के नेपालको जस्तो केसमा चाहिँ जहाँ हाम्रो स्क्रिन्सहरु हुँदैन नि त, हैन? रिप्लेसको स्क्रिन्सहरु हुँदैन क्या यहाँ, अनि we are infrastructure हाम्रो एकदमै कमी भएको हुनाले चाहिँ त्यो डिग्री अफ फ्रिडम छैन. तर when you're reporting outside, त्यो रिप्लेसहरू पनि देख्न पाइन्छ. अनि त्यो कन्सन्ट्रेसन लेभल चाहिँ एकदमै हाई हुनुपर्छ क्या. अनि I like that part. But the part which misses during my job is that we don't get to drink. So that is the worst thing. Otherwise I like reporting as much as enjoy watching sports on television.
Oh, so if I ask Timro चाहिँ हुन्छ नि like favorite commentator maybe in cricket and football मा चाहिँ if you had to name one which would be? I mean कुन name दिन्छ तिमीले?
Yeah, in cricket, I really enjoy listening to Wasim Akram. His voice is amazing. He is one of the probably the best bowler of all times. Fast bowler. This man, the king of swing ball. In football, I don't have a specific favorite. I love all of them, and I get to learn from all of them. So yeah, there are some voices that we obviously unique FIFA ma sunirane voices because we play a lot of FIFA, right? So yeah, all these commentators are very good, because they know everything. Any unbiased comments as Shoko Pandits or I like Roy Keane. I know I'm a Chelsea fan, but I still like listening to Jaggy Elka one season. He probably was there. Jose Mourinho is also a good pundit, to be honest. And whenever he comes in the shows, I love listening to Alan Shearer. Is not as a commentator but as a pundit. He's also quite unbiased, and this would see Carragher is also there, but Carragher tends to have this and he's sort of like biasness against Manchester United. I don't know why.
He always favor Liverpool and the
but it's that's why they have different members in the panel to have different opinions. I really like listening to Alan Shearer, a legend of the Premier League anyway.
I mean, cricket match, I really enjoyed whenever Dean Jones was commentary.
Sadly, rest in peace.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely used to love his voice on the accent, Australian accent, like on commentary. I really used to love and miss him.
There was one controversy about him when he made a comment about Hasim Amla, was it? So your beard reminded me of that incident. Yeah,
I mean, I started not looking too much cricket, right? But still, whenever I remember like those days when I started watching sports and getting into sports, he really was somebody that I really loved. Who in Pakistan, Ramiz Raza, he used to give unbiased opinions whenever like India, Pakistan, the Harry like. All the Indian commentators, they used to like always but never Ramiz Raza was always like he's really fair commentator. But yes, I mean so much about like sports. We'll just we can just continue, but let's just move on to the show and move on to the slides, and then at the end we can again catch up with these talks.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's officially get into the episode 24. We have Prarambha from Capital Boys, and so Prarambha, let's start with Game Week 24 review.
Exactly, sure.
Game Week 24, we had some shocking results starting with Leicester winning 3-1 against Liverpool. Liverpool, I think Van Dijk is dearly being missed, and the Liverpool, the season is off the rails now.
Definitely, they've been dropping points against teams that we otherwise would not expect from Liverpool. I don't know. In the past few seasons, Liverpool have been like the team to beat. But sadly, the drop in the standards because of missing their key players has been like really. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but it's we expect Liverpool to give everyone a run for the money kind of team.
Dhoni.
But losing against Leicester, we're already doing. But we cannot take away the credit from Leicester because they played really well. They outplayed Liverpool at their home ground. And it probably was coming for Liverpool as well. If they are not going to like find replacements, considering the injuries, it is going to hurt. So I think they bhayera hola. जस्तो लाग्छ अनि also if like Salah, I think the only goal was scored by Salah in this match.
Yes,
and it's, actually Liverpool went on to lead in this match. They scored first and then Leicester came from behind. So too much over dependent पनि भयो कि हैन Van Dijk, Salah, Mane, and some people not showing up at the time when needed. That is probably one of the issues Liverpool are facing right now. And goalkeeper errors is the thing that this match was the highlight. यो म्याचको हाइलाइट चाहिँ त्यो थियो जस्तो पनि लाग्यो मलाई चाहिँ.
And not just this match, पहिला पनि Alissonको mistakesले it has cost Liverpool हैन त.
Exactly. So curious in the making चाहिँ नहुनु पर्ने हो because he is the second highest paid goalkeeper transfer fee in terms of money. अनि केपाले जस्तो खालको bashing पाउने गरेको छ हैन from all media. He does not get that, but he has a really big price tag. So and he's already also been doing quite well in the past. So maybe it's just like the entire team may okay फेरि उसलाई मात्रै भन्न खोजेको चाहिँ हैन. So Klopp has a lot of things to figure out.
Plus, what is this like 3-1 victory against Liverpool? Brendan Rodgers ले चाहिँ कस्तो statement दिएको जस्तो मान्छ तिमीले into the top 4 and possibly maybe a run for the title challenge. अब कोही छैन अब City against चाहिँ हैन, but what do you think Leicester could achieve this season?
Well, Leicester, definitely I see them finishing in the top 4 if they continue with this momentum. In Premier League, it's always about continuing the momentum. You never know what is going to happen. Obviously, you can never discount the opponent that you have, even if they're ranked on the bottom place. We cannot ignore their prowess or strength or goal scoring capacity. It's Premier League for that very reason. Though Leicester, the way they've been playing, everyone has been delivering. I see them definitely like finishing in the top 4. And title will I say I don't see Manchester City like Manchester United really had their chances. They apparently are dropping points. We'll talk about Manchester United in a while. I don't see City being given a tough challenge by anyone. Obviously, it's Premier League. We still have a lot of matches to go, and even Pep has himself said so. But Leicester, probably second, third. If I want Chelsea to climb up the ranks, points ko gap there is, but I see so far Leicester, like because they're doing well, if they're beating Liverpool 3-1, they have this capacity and strength, and they just have to continue. Leicester go after winning the league season last season, top 4 finish they had a very good opportunity, and yesterday I say which they started playing bad last season. And that's where they lost the plot. So I hope this does not happen to them because given their consistency in terms of performance this season, they really deserve a top 4 finish.
Yeah, I cannot disagree to the point, man. I think Leicester have been consistently proving out and this getting those points, and this. But I think it just bolsters their chance to finish top 4. Arco game match moving on to Crystal Palace and Burnley. Crystal Palace really struggling. अब उनीहरुको त्यो अगाडिको त्यो हुन्छ नि टुथलेस देखिरहेछ, गोल हान्न सकिरहेको छैन, धेरै भइसक्यो. Burnley they played really well away from home and the 3-0 जितेछ.
त्यो पनि against Crystal Palace who were initially doing well in this season. I thought Crystal Palace would win this fixture, but I was quite surprised to see Burnley walk away with all 3 points and 3 important goals for them because Crystal Palace, they actually have good players in terms of Eze, creative players with pace and skills and stuff. But Burnley really outplayed them in this match.
So Burnley को team एकदम resolute देखिरहेछ अब defensively plus and they have started scoring goals, so it's looking good for Burnley, but not so good for Crystal Palace.
Right. And with the players Crystal Palace have, I actually thought they would be winning this kind of fixtures. So it's really important to win this kind of matches for Palace in and around भएको टिमसँग चाहिँ जहिले जित्नु पर्ने हो हैन प्रिमियर लिगको मेन थीम नै त्यही हो हैन because if you're not winning against teams in and around you, you're going to drop literally mid of the table कि त सिधै bottom तिर पुगिहाल्ने chances high हुन्छ के यसमा त्यही भएर yeah, so Palace should be doing well because they really have good players.
Yeah. So let's move on to Manchester City against Spurs. Manchester City ko 3-0 victory. You of the Manchester City ko duita game थियो हैन and अहिले चाहिँ everybody considered Manchester City ko चाहिँ यो 4-5 वटा fixture मा चाहिँ they need to perform if they are trying to show that they are grabbing the title by their neck भन्ने त्यस्तो त्यो मान्छेहरुको त्यो doubt थियो but they are just proving and
And look at the opponents they had this week. Duita matches against Spurs at home. Spurs very good team, and away at Everton. Everton also again they probably have game in hands. But again, big results against very good teams, and this is how champions are made. And Manchester City fans, I think they should be like really happy at this moment because City are doing really well, and I see them like like I said again, I reiterate, I don't see any other team giving them any tough challenge because the points gap is widening, and then we don't have many matches to play. And probably after this, like United somehow City, there must be a derby coming soon. After that, I don't see them like facing any tough challenges in the league. So yeah, City fans should be very happy. On top of that, the way they started the season, nobody really looked at them as contenders of the last match. It was Liverpool defend गर्न सक्छ कि जस्तो भन्ने खालको पर्सपेक्टिभ थियो. And by the way, City are doing scoring these kind of goals without Sergio Aguero in the team, without proper number 9 striker नै छैन क्या अहिले. Obviously Gabriel Jesus is also in and out and probably not playing a lot of matches. Everyone else is stepping up, and that is what a champion team is made up of. Everyone is contributing. Gundogan lately has been firing goals. You see Raheem Sterling coming and doing his part. Everyone doing their part. They're not conceding goals. Defensively, very resolute and sound. You see defenders also contributing. Stones earlier in the couple of game weeks back, he also was in the score sheet and earning a lot of points. Goalkeeper, he has not been facing many shots on target. That is because the entire team is functioning very well, and that is what any Premier League ko winning team ko signature ne ho kya त्यो.
Ederson, he's not just conceding. I mean, goals. He's assisting right
giving
now.
Assists also. so that's it. I mean, Champions League hallmark ho त्यो.
So हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ there's no way City would not be winning the season जस्तो देखिन्छ अहिलेको सिचुएसनमा हैन त because every players are stepping up and then त्यो feel नै भइरहेको छैन कि there's no Aguero, there's no Kevin De Bruyne on the team right now and
exactly. So you see, look at Phil Foden coming and contributing. Look at Riyad Mahrez coming and scoring overly. Yeah, Bernard, everyone. So this champion team ko we talk about teams like when Manchester United won a league with just Ashley Young and this very basic players, but everyone played their part. And you talk about teams that Jose Mourinho has built over times. Everyone, so you actually literally remember every player in those teams. So this team is becoming something like that in absence of major strike force. So that is quite something that Pepe has been doing. Also, we have to in this situation realize the fact that other teams are not really doing well. So a lot of improvement required for others as well.
And Manchester City, they're it's like 17th straight win in all competitions. Plus अब यस्तो सिचुएसन छ हैन सिटीको अब I mean we can just हुन्छ नि admire how the way City and Pep are playing right now. What does that leave Jose Mourinho and Spurs अब यो सिचुएसनमा everybody thought that Jose second season is going to win something, and Bale coming in and then Kane and Son the deadly duo at the start of the season is all tailed off.
It is also probably his man management is always criticized at some certain point of time in his term at any club. Well, Spurs, obviously Kane and Son is like a dream duo, but only that factor does not work. How long भन्ने कुरा थियो त्यो हैन पहिलेदेखि नै. They brought in Gareth Bale in loan. He is paid a lot of money on a weekly basis, but he's not featuring in most of the games. So that is quite depressing to see as well. But Spurs, the way they are, Jose Mourinho teams, they don't usually concede a lot of goals. But this time, even with Hugo Lloris in the post, he's a World Cup winner, captain. He probably was the captain when France won the World Cup last time. So तर त्यही हो त्यहाँ जोजे मरिनोको टिमको जुन त्यो एउटा प्रावेश हुन्थ्यो नि हैन त्यो देखिरहेको छैन स्पर्समा. And Kane was out for a bit, only like some matches he missed. And त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ even right after in his comeback match he scored a goal, but after that too, City, I mean, Spurs are not scoring a lot of goals, and to win the matches, obviously, and goals count. So there's a lot of things. And Dele Alli conflict kind of situation with Jose Mourinho, also with Gareth Bale. He was making arguments about how Gareth Bale had posted on Instagram about the training going well and then not performing really well kind of situation. So yeah, Mourinho, you never know. You get a lot of things with him. At times a lot of silverwares, but also a lot of internal issues. Not really sure what he's doing at Spurs, to be honest.
You present time, I think it's very difficult for Spurs to make it back to the top. For they really need to dig hard, and
Exactly. It's Premier League. Everybody wants that top 4 position, and really there are a lot of teams who are doing so well. So Spurs, Jose Mourinho needs to figure it out before it's too late for him.
Yep. Moving on to the next one, we had Brighton drawing against Aston Villa. So people might say Aston Villa should have won this match, but Brighton are really playing really good football. Our last couple of matches here, they're playing really well. And it was like Aston Villa, I think Martinez got through saves. I think they got that draw results. It was all Brighton this game, mind.
Exactly. I expected, similar to you, I wanted Aston Villa to win as well because our former captain, leader, legend is their assistant manager, John Terry. So I really wanted Aston Villa to do well. And they did defensively. Like, it was all about Martinez. That's why in our fantasy team as well, he's the highest point earning goalkeeper so far this season. That's why. And he did something really good after, by deciding to leave Arsenal. He was very emotional. If you remember his interview when he quit Arsenal, I got emotional for him because he was the one who played the FA Cup final against Chelsea. Arsenal won the FA Cup final. It was the FA Cup final, right? So yeah, I really like that guy. He waited for his time at Arsenal and did a really nice farewell message for all the fans, supporters, the club as well. I really like that guy, and he's doing really well at Aston Villa also. He's an Argentinian,
Honi. I wish he's proving himself because it has been a long time for Martinez to be at Arsenal. I think he was 16 or 17 when he came in and he waited for his chance, and whenever like last 3-4 season he was really doing good. Whenever he was presented with opportunities like chess ni huँदाखेरि पनि plus अनि त्यसपछि पछि check भयो अनि अहिले Leno छ but Arteta favored Leno instead of Martinez, but Martinez usko हुन्छ नि त्यो aerial presence and the presence of the box and this ball distribution, everything is good compared to Leno. Leno, he's a great shot stopper, त्यसमा चाहिँ no denying, but I think एउटा हुन्छ नि त्यो presence हुनुपर्छ नि goalkeeper-मा. I think that Martinez had much more. Personally, मलाई भन्दाखेरि, but I mean, I'm really happy that he's doing really good in Aston Villa. He's carrying that team defensively, अनि Aston Villa को चाहिँ हुन्छ नि, he's handling the post really well, and he showed like he got a draw out of those Brighton attacks, सबै रोकेको थियो. So I mean, Aston Villa राम्रै गर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ, but Brighton stepping up as well.
Yeah,
So
I don't see Brighton relegating this season because lately they've been playing well and they have this like sense of defensive solidity in them and not conceding also builds up confidence for the team to like go on and score a goal and then maybe defend really well. Brighton lately they have shown that resilience in their defensive line, which is really good to see.
I mean, there are few good sparks. Brighton team I think Tariq Lamptey was there before he was injured, and this was
initially was very good. Chelsea बाट गएको player हो.
Oh, plus recently, I mean, I forgot the Belgian's name. He's doing really good as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name.
Yeah, I mean, they have really good players, and it just needs to be their day. Brighton they are not afraid to attack onto the other team.
True.
And the new goalkeeper Sanchez, he's doing really good as well. So good luck for Brighton. So next fixtures we had Southampton against Wolves. St. Mary's game and Wolves came out victorious. I mean, Wolves, they're a really good team, but they were struggling. After the Raul Jimenez was injured, they were not scoring a lot of goals, but defensively, Ramro team, but they were leaking so many goals. But now they're turning corners, I guess. Last few matches, Ramro got Rasa. What do you think about Southampton Wolves?
Well, Southampton are also a good team, but after that 9-0 drawing by Manchester United, they always seem to have this kind of like sine curves. And this is but after that 9-0, last time when they conceded 9, they came back really strong against Leicester. They came back really strong, and they went on to make a statement that okay, that was just one thing that happened, and we're going to forget that and move past it.
That's something really I like about Southampton, because they just next game it's not in the back of the mind. They again start with the same. It's any fresh and they don't look bad. They actually start doing good.
Exactly. Ani त्यो given that उनीहरुको यो precedence हैन, अनि I thought they would do really well against Wolves, because Wolves obviously are a very good team, but Southampton also are a good team. And Southampton has a lot of good players also, experienced players. So I thought this was going to be a draw, but Wolves again, like they also have this patterns उनीहरुको पनि जित्ने हार्ने यो season चाहिँ हैन. And they were going through not a really ideal phase for this club, which actually did a very good job in the last couple of seasons. So it was a must-needed win for them also to make a statement. And they won fair and square 2-1.
All right. Yeah. Moving on to the next one, we have West Brom 1-1 draw against Manchester United. Manchester United, everybody thought would be a easy win for Manchester United, but they're dropping points at the top of the table.
Exactly, not a good thing, not a good situation, not a good result for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United fans, because they really should have been like thinking that they would be just a couple of points behind Manchester City, or in fact should have been leading the league, because they had that the thing of air Manchester United back again with Bruno Portuguese Bruno Fernandes scoring all the goals for them. The last time they had a Portuguese doing so well, we all remember his name, and he is a legend now. So they should have done really well, but the way they're losing points like this, this actually opens up a lot of room for or opportunities for clubs like Chelsea, even West Ham, and even Everton. This is not an ideal result for Manchester United fan. They should be questioning themselves as in how they're not converting their chances and why they're leaking these kind of goals. So you'll say, something that should be bothering them right now, because it is going to hurt them if this kind of results continue. And on top of that, they're going to play against Manchester City. They really have a lot of any big matches coming up. So these kind of results don't help them.
Do you think it's like too much reliance on Bruno Fernandes, or what do you think? Is it because there's something is not clicking in their back four, or maybe like because त्यो एउटा ग्रिप लिनुपर्ने थियो त्यो लिन सकेन because they have if you look at last 5 matches they have just got like 1 or 2 points सबै ड्र भएको छ अथवा हारेको छ हैन so
exactly it's, what I think is they actually tried fixing their forward lineup with Edinson Cavani is there, and he's been also, when called upon, he scores goals. Bruno is there. I expected to see more of Anthony Martial and Rashford. Obviously, they are also doing their part. Rashford this season, as मैले expect गरे अनुसार चाहिँ उसको performance आएको छैन, because I really thought he would be scoring 20 odd goals easily जस्तो लागेको थियो with Bruno and then all this players around. With Manchester United, their problem still is defensive instability नै जस्तो लाग्छ. And despite David De Gea being there, I wanted to see more of Henderson out there this season. Yesterday night he played. Henderson played, and again Bruno scored. It was the Europa League match to build up the context, so yeah, I wanted to see more of Henderson, and then defensive solidity wise also I thought with Alex Telles-Skinner, and I never really thought this season Harry Maguire. I've always been skeptic about him, defensive solidity that's जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई Manchester United and but they've been spending money. I don't know where the money goes in terms of like ROI नै भएन क्या, return of investment नै भएन जस्तो लाग्यो Manchester United को defensively हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ. But if they are to win the league, or even if they are to make a statement among the clubs in and around them, they have to win fixtures like this. West Brom away, obviously Premier League away, जुनै पनि match गाह्रै हुन्छ, we all know that. But the way Manchester United had that lead, and they were top of the table for some weeks as well. Fans expect their teams to win this kind of matches, and if that does not happen, lastमा त गाह्रो त हामीलाई नै हुने हो. So I think Manchester United should be like more के भन्नु त्यसलाई lethal when they have the chances and the West गर्नु भएन. That's what do you think?
I mean, I totally agree. Manchester United को चाहिँ I think they exploded with 9-0 against Southampton. Nobody expected that, त्यसपछिको matchesहरुमा चाहिँ everybody thought कि Manchester United they're going to murder everybody that comes into their way हुन्छ नि. त्यो सोचेको थियो सबैले. But त्यही त if you are to win this Premier League, you have to be consistent with your results, हैन. त्यो चाहिँ अब त्यो भएन क्या, and they started dropping points, and त्यसपछि everybody they thought that Ole is going to win it, but अब त्यही नै भयो. अब च्याम्पियन्स लिगमा पनि उनीहरूले अब टप क्वालिफाई गरेर लास्टमा गएर उनीहरू युरोपमा गयो हैन. अब सेम भइरहेछ कि not just this season, it's been season after season, हैन. Whenever they have a chance, they are not taking it. त्यही नै problem भइरहेछ Manchester Unitedमा. I don't know if it's like it's because of the squad, or I don't know if it's something about the team or the mentality. I don't know, but it's not the Manchester United that the fans and as a neutral हामीहरुले हुन्छ नि त्यो एक्सपेक्ट गर्ने त्यो चाहिँ छैन. But I don't know अब यो सिजनमा चाहिँ I don't think Manchester United are going to catch up with Man City. The best chance would be to finish top 4 and then maybe like do something for silverware and Europa League, but it's not easy one.
Obviously, and to add to that, if you remove Bruno Fernandes from this Manchester United team, they would look totally average. So hopefully nothing happens to Bruno. He does not catch an injury or something. Otherwise, if something happens to Bruno Fernandes, I don't see the goals coming in this club.
Yeah, we all know like Manchester United before Bruno Fernandes, they were really struggling, and Bruno has single-handedly he has carried this team, and last year Champions League qualified Gorago plenty plus this season the position that Manchester United are in the table, it's single-handedly Bruno, but having said that, every team member are chipping in, but it has to be there needs to be it cannot be one-dimensional.
Exactly.
One-man team, you cannot win.
Look at the team right above them. It's Manchester City and local rivals, and everyone in that team, despite the absence of the goal-scoring prowess of Sergio Aguero, everyone is contributing. So that has to come in terms of by the way, Manchester United have scored, I think, 50 odd goals already this season. They were like we're talking about the last couple of fixtures where they're not being able to outscore their opponents. त्यो context मा भनिरहेको होइन. So people like the players in and around them need to like step up.
Yep. Hopefully they start getting more results, hai na? Let's go on to the next one. We have Arsenal winning 4-2 against Leeds. Everybody thought that this is going to be an open-ended match, hai na? Dubai, because defensively none of them are good. But Oba stepped up and got his first hat trick, and the first see Arsenal winning 4-2 against Leeds. Leeds at one point they were like they thought that this is going to be like 6 or 5-0, 6-0 game, but Leeds came back with 2 goals. Exciting match थियो. के लाग्छ तिमीलाई Arsenal Leeds यो गेमको बारेमा? I mean,
your match say I didn't get to watch this match, but I was so happy to see Aubameyang getting back among the goals. And there's a thing about Aubameyang again. It's any consist like pattern with him. If once he starts scoring, he's going to score a lot of goals. And in this match, I read reports that he was playing up front as the number 9 striker, I believe he does really well. And when Aubameyang starts scoring, it's a different Arsenal you get to see. And sadly, Arsenal, the problem has been players brought in from clubs like Willian, and Pepe also has not been like able to really contribute to this setup that Mikel Arteta has had. But once Aubameyang starts scoring, and things start getting better for Arsenal, because that's what we've been getting to see from him. Lacazette also is there. But yeah, I really hope I get to see more of goals from Aubameyang. I actually had him until game week 7 in my EPL, and this was my drawdown. So I really have a lot of hope from Aubameyang. I really want to see him doing really well at Arsenal. I don't want him to quit Arsenal. And about this match, Leeds again. We know they gave a tough fight to big teams. I mean, सुरुमै पनि लिभरपुल र युनाइटेडसँग देखिसके हो हैन, झन्डै जिते म्याचेसहरु थियो त्यो पनि. Against Arsenal with the goal score speaks for itself. 4-2. What was the takeaway for you from this match? Because you yourself are a gunner.
Yeah, I mean, I was really happy. I mean, के भइरहेछ भन्दाखेरि आर्सेनलमा हुन्छ नि, आर्टेटा इज ट्राइङ टु मेनी थिङ्स. तब हुन्छ नि स्ट्राइकर पोजिसनमा चाहिँ इज गेटिङ देयर. अब ल्याकाजेट, अनि त्यसपछि इज गेटिङ देयर एन्किथिया अगाडि सुरुमा खेलाइरहेको थियो होइन, अनि त्यसपछि फेरि अबामेङ अन द लेफ्ट विङ एन्ड इन द नम्बर 9 पोजिसन. आई थिङ्क आर्टेटा सुड हुन्छ नि, बिकज नाउ वी हेभ ओडेगार्ड आइसकेको छ, प्लस अनि त्यसपछि अनि एमएल स्मिथ रो इज देयर, अनि साका प्लेइङ रियली वेल. आई थिङ्क नम्बर त्यो हुन्छ नि, त्यो स्पिरिट गर्नलाई चाहिँ हामीले क्याप्टेनलाई नै दिनुपर्छ क्या अबामेयाङले, बिकज वी नो हिज हाउ लिथल हिज इन फ्रन्ट अफ द गोल होइन. अनि त्यो कुरालाई चाहिँ अरूले चाहिँ रिप्लेस गर्न सक्छ जस्तो लाग्दैन. अनि लिड्ससँगको गेममा आई वाज रियली वर्ड, किन भन्दाखेरि अब लिड्स वी नो, अब लिड्सको हुन्छ नि उनीहरूले त्यो यदि इफ दे हेभ अ ग्रिप अन द गेम देन दे विल जस्ट हुन्छ नि, दे आर सो रिलेन्टलेस गोइङ फरवर्ड.
They are always going to score. The pressing game they play.
त्यही त. अनि अब त्यो हुन्छ नि, फ्रन्ट फुटमा आर्सेनलले स्टार्ट गरेर चाहिँ त्यो अगाडि सुरुमा गोल हानिसकेपछि आई न्यू इट्स गोइङ टु बी अ गुड म्याच, अनि यो जित्छ भन्ने लागेको थियो होइन. बिफोर द्याट आई वाज भेरी रिलक्टेन्ट अबाउट वाट कुड बी द रिजल्ट्स, बिकज आर्सेनलले पनि सबै अब योभन्दा अगाडि गेमहरू राम्रो रिजल्ट आइरहेको थिएन होइन. अनि what I think is that this could be something that they can look for and build upon हुन्छ नि. अब next we have Manchester City. It's going to be really tough होइन. But अब अहिलेको गेममा चाहिँ अनि आज पनि थियो, अब आज बेन्फिकासँग 1-1 ड्र भएको छ. अनि द गुड थिङ अबाउट दिस इज वी हेभ अल आवर प्लेयर्स ब्याक. अब
And Mikel Arteta really would want to make a statement.
Yeah, I mean I think he's doing good. अनि त्यसपछि अब म्यान्चेस्टर सिटीसँग पनि लास्ट टाइम लिगमा भिड्दाखेरि चाहिँ दे ह्याड आई थिङ्क कार्बो कप पनि त्यही गेम विकमा थियो, दुइटै हारेको थियो होइन. But maybe he'll try to हुन्छ नि, यो पालि चाहिँ अब जित्ने ट्राई चाहिँ गर्छ होला, but it's going to be tough to stop Manchester City
Yeah.
at this moment, हैन, but it's going to be a good match. अब यसमा चाहिँ just I think Arsenal should build onto this, त्यही नै भन्छु म चाहिँ.
Yeah,
अनि
obviously.
डिफेन्सिभ सोलिडिटी चाहिँ अब इट हेज टु कम मोर. अब डेभिड लुइस छ, अनि प्लस अब गेब्रियल हिज ब्याक, अनि बेलरिन हिज डुइङ गुड, अनि टियर्नी आई थिङ्क दे सुड बी मोर सलिड अब इन द ब्याक, बिकज एउटा प्याचेसमा चाहिँ उनीहरूले राम्रो गरेर आएको थियो 4-5 म्याचेसको पिरियडमा चाहिँ योभन्दा अगाडि, होइन. अनि आफ्टर द्याट अगेन फेल अपार्ट, अनि त्यसपछि अब फेरि maybe like Oba being at the top and then scoring goals, that would be something really nice to see. Any Smith Rowe, Saka, and all those youngsters.
When I think I agree with you. When big players like Aubameyang start scoring and firing, that creates a ripple effect just to create Gorsani, which actually lifts the morale of everyone in the team. And so when your best player on the pitch is contributing, that speaks volume for them, in terms of boosting the morale of everyone in the team. So I think they will continue, and I would like to see Arsenal doing really well against Manchester City.
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed for that game, eh? Let's go on to the next one. We have Everton against Fulham. A surprise win for Fulham.
Exactly. Scott Parker, again, a former Chelsea player. I didn't think he would be doing really well, or so far Fulham really have not done well as well in terms of staying in the league. But this was a surprise win for Fulham, and really much needed for them as well. But sadly for Everton, I think most of us, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and the kind of players Everton have, James Rodriguez, I know Richarlison, so they should have scored a new home. So yeah, this came as a surprise defeat for Everton, and this actually helps clubs like Chelsea, because clubs like Everton are in and around us, and your top four ko lagi ekdamai important match pan थियो, given that they had to play against Manchester City in the other. So this was really a must win for them. But yeah, 3 points lost, and it could be very valuable when the season ends. Matches like this, they actually decide your top four position.
Yeah, and Fulham, let's say, they're giving a fight in the relegation battle, and they have good players. I mean, defensively they are always good. It's really tough to score against them, and it's good to see like new players like Maza coming in and then scoring goals. That'll help Fulham.
Exactly.
Moving on to the Monday fixtures, we have West Ham winning 3-0 against Sheffield United. I think everybody thought it will be an easy win for West Ham, and they proved it. West Ham playing really well in your season.
In fact, very true. West Ham, with the kind of players they have, the kind of signings they've made, two Czechs who've really done well at West Ham, especially Thomas Souček was been the standout player for this team in my eyes. Obviously, Antonio उसको जुन त्यो एरियल थ्रेटदेखि लिएर पेसदेखि लिएर गोल स्कोरिङ क्यापेसिटीदेखि लिएर and the kind of ball holding strength जुन छ, everyone, in fact, now Jesse Lingard has come in, and he's also like made the position his own. I really wanted to see Ben Rama like stealing that left wing position for himself, and they have really good players on the bench as well. If you look at this Ukrainian, I forgot his name.
Sufal.
Sufal is one. The other winger, Yarmolenko, is that is not even getting to play much. So they really have a good team. Yarmolenko is also injury prone. Whenever he plays, he really has that flair about himself. So very good players, and a very good loan signing of Jose Lingard, who has been scoring and contributing, and defensively very sound.
And David Moyes with his magic, and he's proving that he still got it.
Yeah, he still got it, and he is giving jab Everton त्यो kind of sense of because West Ham, whenever we look at West Ham, they've always been like एकदमै confusing team हो क्या यो. for opponents also. So this time there's something different about this your hammers this time, and it is really even good for the neutrals to watch them play, because there's going to be goals, there's going to be balls into the boxes, and there's going to be errors and stuff. There's going to be good, beautiful goals also. And in corners, man, they also always have this their defenders up there, and very scary defenders. They're going to score if the ball is served well, and they have that kind of service also. The creativity, so they're not winning boring tarika. They're winning with confidence. Yeah, so that's good to see. But they have big matches coming again. So yeah, but they would want to finish in the Europe positions. Like they might want to play Europa next season. So very, very happy about West Ham this time.
Yeah, I mean, West Ham, I've always favored after Arsenal in London team, like the hammers that they have, and then previously when they had their stadium in Upton Park. And it used to be like the pre-game matches. They going to the bars and then everybody getting drunk and then supporting the team. It's always like the fan following, but they are always struggling.
They have a history of producing big players and then selling them also. And obviously London go one of the most popular clubs is West Ham. Even when they were relegated, remember that season? And this was the way they came back again to the league after their time at the championship. They've done really well, but your season, nobody expected them to do this well. Like I said, the kind of signings they've made have really made an instant impact. And nobody expected Souček to turn out to be the player that he apparently is. And that gives a tough challenge, or even food for thought for other teams around them who we expected to do better.
Yeah, I really have high hopes for West Ham, and then hopefully at least they'll finish Europa League this season. It's going to be tough, but they have it in their team with the players they have and with David Moyes. Hopefully they'll finish really good. Next we have Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea with a 2-0 win against Newcastle. After the Tuchel, he has his magic spells, and the players, everybody is performing now. The Timo Werner scoring goals, assisting, and then
with the change in manager, Chelsea now appear to be a different team, and the change in formation as well. And he has actually so far depended on experience rather than the new signings. To be honest, not all new signings have got their chances, but he's rotating players, and Chelsea has that freedom also, because we currently have options at every single position. Even Kepa is getting to play. We have a big squad, and big teams need to have big squads. The way we were not performing under Frank Lampard of late was very concerning and alarming, because so much of money spent and nothing to show. But now with a run of good results and form, we are now looking forward to really giving a tough challenge for clubs around us for that coveted top 4 spot. Really would want to finish second, but that's again a big task ahead of clubs like Leicester, Manchester United, and challenges from Tottenham and Everton and stuff like that. So yeah, good things happening slowly, but I'm still not convinced about the formation that we've been playing lately. We really have good players, but we have paid a lot of money for players like Ben Chilwell, and then Kai Havertz. Havertz is yet to deliver. Timo Werner has been doing really well in the couple of matches. He's been contributing assists, and after that blood on his lips, he actually scored as well, and we're so happy for him. But really want to see him doing well, and I want him to be on the penalties, which is given back to Jorginho for now because of lacking confidence. And he said, I remember in an interview, he said, I first want to be scoring open goals before I take the penalties again, which is shows his that he wants to get those goals. He's hungry for those goals when I know he's also been unlucky. He actually should have had a hat-trick in this match. He missed 2 chances, but got the other one. And I hope that really does well for him. We've got big matches coming up against Manchester United coming soon. So I think he will start shining further from here, because we really want that German to do well.
Yeah. What do you think about Kepa starting the match at the post? Why?
Yeah.
Because I was out of nowhere. I never expected that to happen. I think Tuchel he's still trying to figure out उसले हुन्छ नि सबैलाई चान्स दिन खोजिरहेको छ सबैलाई हुन्छ नि आफ्नो सिस्टममा he wants to like gauge like if the players are able to perform, like we have seen that with Alonso. He was like an outcast हुन्छ नि अब कहिले खेलेकै थिएन under Lampard, but he came out with a bang. Yeah, same old Alonso होइन. Nobody questions his ability, but a chance दिइरहेको थिएन, but he showed that, and all of a sudden we can see that there's a pool of players with Chelsea हुन्छ नि, they are just trying to हुन्छ नि perform for the team हुन्छ नि. It's good for the fans, right?
Exactly, it's very good to see also, when a player is isolated in the team, it actually affects his confidence also. But the way Alonso came in and showed that he could still perform talks a lot about his mental strength, and his skills. Obviously, nobody doubts him when it's about going forward. It's defensive aspect that is always questioned. So talking about Kepa. Again, he just had to make one save from Jonjo Shelby because to effort to, and had it been the Kepa who was lacking his mental strength and suffering from I don't know what issue he was having, that save actually showed, okay, this is the same Kepa that we paid a lot of money for. The reason that Thomas Tuchel Germans, and so what Thomas said was before the match, Mendyलाई rest दिएको भन्ने कुरा थियो. Probably he also has, he cannot walk away from the fact that Kepa is the world's most expensive goalkeeper, and he probably wanted to see what this guy has got. So त्यो पनि थियो होला, and now he has a headache. He has to have that. And I think it's a good thing for managers to have, but not a good thing for players. But given that Chelsea are in all competitions so far, except for the one that we crashed out away from, we are going to have a lot of matches still. Champions League obviously next week's and we have the league and cup matches also, so all the players are needed, and I'm really happy with the way young players are also not being taken away from the team. Still Tammy gets to play. I want to see a lot more coming in from Hakim Ziyech. Like I said, new signings, Hakim Ziyech and Kai Havertz are yet to show their mettle in the matches they're playing for Chelsea. But I'm also with Christian Pulisic. Pulisic is also yet to shine for Chelsea, but hopefully they will come back to their best and start contributing in terms of goals also.
If you take a look at the Chelsea squad, they can easily match Manchester City of the feelings. The name that you've spoken out, this guy is yet to perform. This guy is there. This guy is there. You can easily have a two Chelsea and B squad, both equally capable of coming on. It's all about perform गर्न सक्छ सक्दैन भन्ने मात्रै हो, and it's always
you look at the strikers, we've got Tammy Abraham, we've got Olivier Giroud, who's a World Cup winner again, and though Olivier Giroud is not known for scoring a lot of goals, but when he comes in, he is a different presence out there, and that matters a lot for teams. Chelsea fans are very happy with him. I'm sure Arsenal fans loved him as well. And I always loved him because he always scored against big teams when he was at Arsenal as well. So Oli is a very good player, and we have, like I said, options freedom for selection for the manager. But big name players and signings are yet to sign. Otherwise, in the coming seasons, we have this capacity to match Manchester City in terms of bench strength, because at one time they had so many players to pick from, and Pep Guardiola always, and he keeps on surprising, and he's a very bad enemy of us fantasy Premier League players. Like Pep Guardiola, because you never know, you never can be sure about who he's going to play. So that kind of squad strength, I see that developing, but again, they have to perform to be in the team.
But it's a really exciting time for Chelsea and this for Chelsea fans, hopefully we'll see see Chelsea in the top four spots and in and around there where they belong. Let's move on to the next one. We had
in that match, Newcastle United probably missed Wilson, to be honest, and because Wilson obviously has been contributing in terms of goals, and again a very good striker. We've seen him at Bournemouth, and he's come and had an instant impact in Newcastle United as well. And I actually wanted to see more of Saint-Maximin in this match, and he is someone who really gives that. Okay, this is some different player that we love watching. Calco vibes. Saint-Maximin is that kind of flair player with all his skills and stuff. I'd like to see him doing better for Newcastle, obviously, and also in the Premier League, because this guy has a lot of talent. And John Shelby also there. I think Newcastle will stay in the league. Obviously, do better in days ahead. But the most exciting player for them, for me right now, is Saint-Maximin. And I want to really wish to see him do well.
Yeah, Newcastle. I mean, that kind of thing. They'll always be in and around and mid-table and relegation zone. Hover and they tend to upset few big teams, every now and then.
Yeah, Chelsea. Before going into this match, Chelsea always have like when we go to like St James's Park, it's always difficult to win. Alan Pardew, problem. And I thought it was with our problem with Alan Pardew, because when he went to Crystal Palace, we were not winning against him as well. But Newcastle has been that difficult team to win, even at home or away. So this result really was very important for us, because Newcastle are hamro result on a team.
Okay.
So that was the thing about
that voodoo team and against.
True.
I always remember the Siseka goal whenever I think of Chelsea.
Oh, defying physics, laws of physics goal. That goal was something.
Let's move on to the next fixture. We had Burnley playing against Fulham. Both teams giving good match, and 1-1 draw against I think it was a fair result for both the team, trying to do good. Nothing much about this, Sanda.
True.
Final match, we had Manchester City against Everton. We thought it was going to be a tough match for Everton to give fight to Man City, and it happened the same way. Manchester City winning 3-1. We've discussed about Manchester City and Pep, and striding towards the title.
Exactly. Again, this match was very important for them to win, and like we mentioned, players, each one is contributing for the club at the moment. So, if you're talking about the standout player, again in the last couple of game weeks, say Gundogan Theo, but this match he was not there. Gundogan didn't play last. Stones was not playing last match.
Few players were rested, but we saw Kevin De Bruyne coming back, and Aguero on the bench. It's looking difficult. And then our rest of the teams
now, if Aguero gets back to the starting 11 and starts playing, if he starts playing, he's going to score goals. That's fact, That's a fact. That's as true as truth can ever get to obviously. And Kevin De Bruyne coming back. Manchester City, they don't have problem with selections. They can pick any player out of their squad, and that person is going to contribute. So that has been their strength this season. And winning against Everton like 3-1 makes things even more difficult for opponents in terms of planning, formulating strategies, because Everton must have done their homework before playing against City at Goodison Park. So right now, I don't see it. Like I said, right now I don't see anyone doing anything good against Manchester City, and it's going to be very difficult for everyone, including us. We will be playing them soon.
Manchester City looking untouchable in the present.
At the moment, yes, because if you are not going to have a very good strategy against them, even if you have an ideal strategy, the kind of players they have, the kind of creativity they have in the midfield and defensive solidity, I know for the moment they look like they're running away with the trophy this season.
Prarambha, let's move on to the next one. Let's get into the fantasy world now. We have KCFL Classic League Game Week 24 ma चाहिँ we have 1600 points reach भएको छ है, reach भएको छ 1600 by Subin Margin is top of the league. त्यसपछि we have different positions maintained. म चाहिँ यहाँनिर 72 मा छु. My next target is to get to 70. हुन्छ नि, each players finishing with those green spots are going to get rewarded, eh? Not just top 10. So Prarambha कहाँ छौ तिमी?
I'm trying to find myself.
I find you at 89.
Yeah, that's a bad position.
Yeah, म पनि यतैबाट मुभ हुँदै हुँदै अहिले म यहाँसम्म आइसकेको छु हैन. So I try to move myself. I was targeting 63rd spot हैन, तर I've dropped to like 69 but I'm 72 ma asu. But hopefully I can move on to the next spot. Your next calling ma jane plan. So hopefully I'll see you next game week. Maybe push yourself to the next calling. All right, moving on to next one. We have Master of the Game Week for Game Week 24. Game Week 24, Matsai, we have pool leaders Roshan, Dilip, Pravesh, Angtingva, Samir, and Prajan. Prajan with 110 points. I usually rasa you oily whole fantasy league. Congratulations to him. Ani yes, Matsai, I'd like to add we are into Game Week 24 and Game Week 27 is the cutoff game week. This person is saying all these managers behind this elimination, managers, they won't be able to participate into Europa and Champions League spots. I'm saying about yellow spots. Managers will be playing Europa League, and whoever is in this green zone, they will be selected for Champions League. And I still have 3 game weeks to get myself into the Europa League spot. Prarambha कहाँ छौ तिमी?
I'm there in the Europa League spot.
Okay, I see you here. Timi, you're well placed in the Europa League spot. यसमा चाहिँ हाम्रो कस्तो छ भन्दाखेरि so when Game Week 27 is ended, we'll have on Game Week 28, we'll start with Europa League spots. Europa League Game Week 28 बाट सुरु हुन्छ अनि the game commences with 28 and 29 को पोइन्ट्सहरु चाहिँ accumulate त्यो दुईटाको सम हुन्छ र अनि त्यसबाट चाहिँ अनि क्वालिफाई हुन्छ. It's not just a single game week हैन. So it's going to be in 2 game weeks ko collective score ले चाहिँ decide हुन्छ. Same with the Champions League. Champions League starts with game week 30 and Matthew the green zone managers, they'll start with 30 and 31 ko score point. Let's say they'll proceed to the pre-quarterfinal, quarterfinal, semi-final, and grand final. Grand final say it's going to be on single game week, but the rest is going to be 2 game weeks to prove either. So this ko score le huncha. Let me go back. Esma चाहिँ yeah, so like I said, so whoever is still on those red zones, they still have 3 more game weeks to push into the Europa League. Europa League like say you have 3 more game weeks same way. And if let's say you have 3 more game weeks to be there. Right? People are pushing for your spots.
Obviously.
So just a preview. We'll have a special episode on Game Week 27 after it ends. This much we'll have a pick about which pool you would be, because it's going to be with 2 pools. And it's going to be a lucky draw. After the pick this much we'll have a different episode. I was just trying to give some information about those new game formats that will start Game Week 27 either. Next, we have RTSL, Rotten Tomato Survival League for Game Week 24. We have 3 new managers falling into the RTSL. The first one, Sanil. I'm admin Sanil RTSL. Next is Prarambha. So Prarambha, you're an RTSL as well, eh? and next is Pukar. So what do you have to say, Prarambha? Three new managers, होइन अब Sanil परा छ त्यसै Prarambha yourself, you are in the RTSL को trap मा परा छ तिमी यसपालि होइन, and we have Pukar, so three of you. So what went wrong your game week मा? I mean wrong पनि के भन्ने होइन, it was like you had a decent score. कति थियो तिम्रो score योपालि? I think 57.
Yeah, it was like the differential worked like had most of the managers actually had Gundogan and then double game with you, and he himself earned a lot of 37 around 30 38 some 38 points, right, as a captain. So that's a massive gap to bridge. So that is where we went wrong. I'm sure of that. We didn't have Gundogan. And other players are the Soviet teams are like everybody actually has Salah, Martinez, and then Cresswell, those kind of players who actually got points also, Bruno Fernandes and stuff. So the difference came from Gundogan, and that is where we missed out. Yeah,
I think Gundogan, he's playing really well, and your season stepping out of the boots of
and he is actually like getting into those positions where he actually gets to score goals, and again it comes from the defensive solidity and the balance in the midfield, and he was used to be the kind of players that you expected to like hold the midfield and stuff, but in this team he is getting in those goal scoring positions and converting
and scoring.
Scoring, creating penalties, creating assists, and it's not just goals that he's been scoring; it's also been involved in those goal scoring opportunities, like places, and he's been picking the pass as well also. So yeah, surprise package for us, everyone.
So do you yourself have Gundogan on your team or not?
Not for this game week. I have not picked him for this game week because I don't think City actually have a tough round of matches also. But City players are fixture proof. They really are going to they can score 3-4 goals against any team with these. But again, they've got some big matches, and I'm actually thinking of going with players with easy fixtures than with City.
Okay, so not about teams about your RTSL mine, but it's okay. I mean, it's really tough to be there. You went into game week 24, so it's a
it's better than the last season. I think last season
so data me myself, I'm not there as well, but whoever is there, it's really exciting time ahead. And it's going to get tough because now the cutoff score has gotten up to 57, 58 points. So even getting 60 points is not it doesn't secure your spot for the next round. So I'm looking forward to baggy managers. It's going to get tough. But the format our game format is this, so you cannot escape. Move on to the next one. We have KTB performance index for game week 24, and we had massive scores around 900 points, 993 being scored by KTP. KTB ko score pani थियो battle थियो यो game week ma NRB सँग. NRB themselves had scored 900 points. The KTB they massively outscored them by 993 points. Prajan with 110 points, leading the team and coming out victorious. And so it's giving really intense in team battle as well. MTA and Merce Titans gave tough fight to Swambu Thunders, but they were a bit short at the end. Swambu Thunders with 889 points, Dilip scoring massive 106 points. Yes, I'd say you are in Capital Boys, Prarambha. So कस्तो हुन्छ तिमीहरुको? I mean अलिकति हुन्छ इनसाइट अथवा केही त भन्दै हो नि त अब Capital Boys, how are they treating this team battle?
Okay. So we have discussions in our group, and extensively but we kind of talk about, and at times we miss making predictions about the game week quiz. Miss Gorra, हाम्रो captain Sabin is a very responsible guy. So if Sabin is watching, and a big shout out to Sabin, is made everyone responsible in the team as well, and he always reminds people about okay, you team ko if some players are so जहिले पनि त याद हुँदैन हामीलाई हैन FPL Friday राति म्याच भयो भने people might actually miss those matches.
And
so
plus
yeah,
with
to remind when you could
coming in around and the midweek fixtures deadline
exactly
not easy.
all झन् अब Champions League and Europa happening, we have football throughout the week हैन अनि so त्यसले गर्ने miss out हुने chances at times हुन्छ. So yeah, there's to remind गर्ने and त्यसपछि at times we talk about players kind of like strategic forming जस्तो. So I think it's going to like develop as the like not just this season, as seasons of our fantasy Premier League grows, and people are getting the idea of how this actually works. किनभने मलाई पनि सुरुमा त थाहा थिएन हैन. So I used to get confused about a lot of things अनि यो information overload हुन्थ्यो क्या पहिला चाहिँ, but actually the more you start getting the hang of it, the more you understand it and the more you find it interesting जस्तो लाग्छ. So I think we'll catch up slowly. And yeah, we've not been ideal. I see MTN doing really well, and I see a lot of other groups also doing really well in terms of points week in, week out. So we probably will get there in seasons ahead.
Okay. So what do you think about the rewards coin? Timle 400 rewards coin paisa raheछ हैन? What's your target for by end of the season?
Obviously ROI, everybody expects ROI, so that's the fun factor पनि हो नि त हैन, यो like खेल्नुको पनि fun factor. You see like KTP has 5,800, you see Mathi हैन 6,400. We obviously as a team would want to be the one with the highest purse, walk away with the highest purse. But yeah, I would have wanted to win somewhere around like obviously ROI the break even everybody wants that
at least 2,500 and for next season
at least 20. Yeah, next season would be, I would want. Your season I didn't really play that well also, so I cannot blame anyone. It's just me and that didn't do well. So yeah, I would want to end up with 1,000 for this season. We also have a lot of like matches remaining, so yeah, a lot of opportunities for that.
We still have lots of prizes to be won, and this just reflects your by end of the season you might this amount might swell up.
True.
So it's just about keeping you informed about how much you have won and to just keep pushing for more rewards.
Yeah, so highest honor so far is the way can we like
so highest match I think I see here Niraj with 2,600 already,
KTP.
KTP team wise, say we have KTP with 5,800, MTN has 6,400,
yeah.
AAV has 6,800, so they're pushing for 7,000. So 7,000 is almost like half of what we have won. Johnny's at 3,600. I know, so depressing, but we can look at SSP with 3,200.
Yeah, so in and around. So we have a lot of like competitions out there.
Yeah.
It's very good to see.
So and also like KTV is not just about yourself, because about teamले आफूले contribute गर्दाखेरि as a whole teamलाई नै contribute हुन्छ हैन. So and just small things like getting the captains right or getting in the players in and taking out the injured players, so that'll help get the scores up for the
team. Playing the chips right.
Exactly. And this is we have different communication groups for each teams, just go out there are leaders in there, leaders discuss गर्ने golf गर्ने. It's just a medium to get connect with other people.
True.
So yeah, so that we had for KTV Performance Index. Let's talk about Kings of the Game Week for Game Week 24. हाम्रो massive points आथ्यो, almost all Centurions हैन. Nitesh from HKN and Rajiv from GGL with 97 and 99 points, but
Saurav also from Cap.
Yeah, Saurav, missing out with 1 point from Cattle Boys, Prajan with 110 points with Kings of the Game Week. So could be like Gundogan captaincy work for all these guys, and also like City double game week that boosted the score and the game week, man.
True.
Yeah, it's good to see like a lot of teams playing, a lot of points being scored. Let's take a look at the Kings of the Game Week for Game Week 24. Prashant Pradhan 110 points from Kantipur Pirates हैन उसको टिम एकचोटि हेर्दियौ है त so
Gundogan.
here we can see Gundogan triple captain hitting the bullseye and the 57 points from Gundogan.
Exactly.
And then Martinez is there on the post with 12 points. Dallas releasing the points with -1. I know.
-1. Sadly,
-1,
that was the 1 point. 4 goals from Arsenal did the magic.
Yeah.
Alonso.
Alonso with 7 points. And this also Gundogan didn't feature on the second game week.
Yeah, he did not. Sadly, not. Should have. If Gundogan was playing, I'm sure he would have contributed in terms of a goal or assist and your points on the but that single game week did all the damage for the rest of us. So congratulations to Prashant Pradhan for winning in such a fashion.
Yeah, big congratulations to Prashant. Let's move on to next one. We have KCFL team battle for game week 24. So we have the points table, So at this point, we have on League One we have Gotham Gladiators with 10 points and Seoul Supremo with 10 points each, and a lot of competition for the third and fourth spot as well. 8 points each with Titans and Thunders. Ani Freak Street Fighters and Melbourne Southsiders battling out for the 6 points each. यहाँ पनि एकदम intense battle. Same with League 2. League 2 मा we have Aussie Avengers with 12 points leading at the top of the table. But Himalayan Knights and Kantipur Pirates are chasing relentlessly for the Avengers. 10 points of दुवैको. And Devil's Dawn, they have almost given hope for just 4 points. But
you're not too behind us. We 3 point मात्रै gap हो थियो हैन. So it can be bridged with just a single victory also.
Yeah, so it's going to be very difficult. अब 8 game week भइसकेको छ हैन. I mean round 8 सकिसकेको छ. So moving on to the next one, we have a big announcement. Like round 10, it's going to be all 12 teams are going to compete each other in game week 30. So it's going to be a single game. Take 30 may थाहा हुन्छ हाम्रो को क्वालिफाई भयो को चाहिँ eliminate भयो भन्ने हैन. Previously we had like the fixtures were spread out, but we decided that it's going to be much more fun and much more हुन्छ नि त्यो महासंग्राम जस्तो हुन्छ game week 30 मा when everybody is going to battle each other out and know nothing about हुन्छ नि धेरै planning पनि गर्न पाउँदैन. Plus अनि त्यसपछि त्यही फाइनल हुन्छ भनेर चाहिँ we have decided to do that. So plan accordingly सबैजना. And that's going to be round 10 all in at game week 30. Round 9 मा चाहिँ next we have Gotham Gladiators against Seoul Supremo. They're playing each other out at the top of the table
for the top of the table.
Yeah. And we have Aussie Avengers and Devil's Dawn trying to chip in, and our Aussie Avengers, they are at 12 points. But Dawn might have something like to stop them. We are still planning, but it's getting increasingly difficult. Maybe we'll come in with all chips in against Aussie Avengers to stop them. Game week match, So Capital Boys, I think they are there mid-table, but they are not secure. What do you think?
We are not. It's very difficult. Again, it's against Kantipur Pirates. Kantipur Pirates doing well lately, So it's a tough one for us. And they actually, till record in LLWWW, so it's we've got more L's than they've got. So it's very difficult for us, but we are going to give them a tough fight for this one.
Yeah. So planning गर्नु पर्यो अनि त्यसपछि it's I think we could see a different table by end of game week 30. I hope so, but it's still 2 more rounds and it's not over yet.
It's not, definitely not.
The KCFL rewards card for game week 24. We have we still don't have any winners for manager of the month. For January we had Sanjay, and then pool A, B, C, D, E match we have respectively Roshan, Dilip, Pravesh, Angthemba and Samir winning. Prashant Pradhan leading Pool F. So more rewards for him. DGQ Sonil Milagatheo with from AAV. So he's gotten with 400 rewards coin. And KTP captains Dilip from Swayambhu Thunders and Prajan from KTP winning the battles and getting 200 rewards coin. Immunity is once again with Prajan Pradhan. So lots of goodies for Prajan. And your game week ma, he's won like 600 rewards coin. Yay game week ma. So big congratulations to him. Sadly, Sonil, Prarambha, and Puka, you all are eliminated either for Rotten Tomatoes. So, but the thing is, you can focus on the other categories on the
exactly. There's a lot to be won anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot to be won. So this was a tough game week, like getting out on the high 50s, all three. Next, we will be focusing on the picks for Game Week 25. We have different categories on which we'll be discussing. We have players to release. We have players to skip, hold, buy, and the captain's pick. You just snapshot for your pick, Prarambha, know? And we'll discuss about this in the slides in detail. But so. So whenever you are selecting players, your fantasy so what is the first thing that you tend to target? So whenever you're trying to sell a player or buy a player or so form so or fixture so proven records from the past so it immediately grabs your attention.
First of all, I try to watch as many matches as possible. Matches possible, I try reading about them or watching highlights because I want to know which specific player. So in the we basically know about players to some extent, and we want to know about how they are performing or their role, contributions, cost of league. So I try watching the matches and getting to know the players better. But on top of that, at times, obviously, Premier League is something that Fantasy Premier League is something that you cannot just hold on to players from the clubs that you love because you love those players or you love the club, so you have to, detrimental, and that has actually hurt me this season. I really expected Havertz and Timo to do really well, and I didn't get many points for that. That's why I'm way behind in terms of total points. I know that, but club affinity level. Okay, so optimism say Aubameyang, same thing with him, and I really thought Aubameyang would, especially after last season, I thought Aubameyang would do really well. So didn't click early, but I really want to have Aubameyang back in my team. So what I do is I try to watch the matches, and I also look at the next 3-4 the club ko fixtures the next 3-4 matches ke cha अनि उनीहरुको त्यो क्लबसँगको पहिला पर्फर्मेन्सेसहरु कस्तो थियो भने I try to go back to that as well, because at times a few players really have a good record against one specific club, or their run of form को अनुसार पनि कस्तो छ. So there are different matrices they which come into play, but my way of doing it is like looking at the form of the player and then the next 3-4 fixtures while picking or making the team transfers or I try to look at the next but having said that, some players are fixture proof. For example, Jimmy Vardy, Harry Kane, and even Patrick Bamford this season. He's like these kind of Bruno Fernandes scoring against all teams, so some players really are fixture proof. Having said that, it's matches try also like agadi ke fixtures also. I try doing that, and based on that I try picking the teams.
Right. Thank you.
What
so
is your
much,
approach in that?
I mean, if you talk about me myself, I'm not doing really good this season, but I have won the whole thing season. I mean, back 2-3 seasons ago, where everything was going my way. But my way of picking players would be, like you said, I tend to look at the form of the player, and then I tend to look at their past performances. त्यो चाहिँ अलिकति हुन्छ नि, त्यो हुन्छ नि लास्ट सिजनमा चाहिँ यसले यस्तो गरेको थियो है, यसले यो सिजन पनि त्यहाँ गएर चाहिँ हान्छ है साराले, ल अब लास्ट टाइम वेस्ट हामसँग ह्याट्रिक हानेको थियो नि, अब यसपालि पनि त्यहाँ गयो भने चाहिँ हान्छ भने जस्तो त्यस्तो फिलिङ आउँछ क्या मलाई, हुन्छ नि. एन्ड आई टेन्ड टु ब्याक दोज प्लेयर्स त्यस्तो, बिकज समटाइम्स दोज प्लेयर्सलाई चाहिँ हुन्छ नि त्यो त्यो स्टेडियममा त्यो उसमा जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो पुरानो मेमोरिजले पनि त्यो गर्छ जस्तो फिल हुन्छ मलाई चाहिँ. अनि दे हेभ फेभरेट ग्राउन्ड, दे हेभ फेभरेट अपोनेन्ट.
यसमा बेस्ट थिङ भने हैन, इफ व्हाट आई थिंक इज हुन्छ नि चेल्सीबाट गएको प्लेयरले चेल्सीमा चाहिँ गोल हान्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई. अनि द्याट ह्यापन्स अ लट अफ टाइम्स अनि हैन. So I back those players because has happened a lot of times with Chelsea. So that happened. I'm so sorry I interrupted you while you were talking.
That's fine. I mean, this thing here. Plus, and this next thing that I would look at would be उसको हुन्छ नि अब the form त हुने भइहाल्यो हैन. And sometimes I tend to go for like differential players हुन्छ नि, जसले चाहिँ lift me up हुन्छ नि, एकदम धेरै अब त्यो उता हैन हैन. I mean but there has to be some spark in the when I tend to look matches हैन. उसले चाहिँ अब maybe he has not come into the limelight but he is performing हुन्छ नि, त्यस्तो खाले प्लेयर्सहरु भयो भने चाहिँ I tend to pick those players के. अनि whenever they score I really enjoy हुन्छ नि, अनि trying to get them early, that really हुन्छ नि satisfies me about playing fantasy as well. अनि त्यस्तै नै हो while doing the players pick, nothing too fancy हैन. Next we move on to game week 25 players to buy, and यसमा चाहिँ we'll be discussing about the 3 players that Prarambha wants to bring into his team and wants you to bring in your team, and we'll ask him why. So first is we have Rafinha from Leeds United. He's midfielder, 5.7% owned. He's priced at 5.4 million. Why do you think he's the player to buy?
Rafinha, like if you look at the fixtures, Wolves, Southampton, Aston Villa, West Ham United, and Leeds, they really score goals, and they might actually concede, but they are scoring goals. And Rafinha, his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game weeks match, he's on average he's on more than 7 points. 13 against Newcastle, 5 against Leicester, 9 against Everton, 6 against Crystal Palace, 5 against Arsenal. So last 5 matches it's been points, and this is a double game week for Leeds, right? So very right time I think to have all Leeds player. If you want to have like in defense, you can have if you've not bought Dallas yet, might be a right time to get for the next 2 game weeks. And not just next 2 game weeks, they actually have like Aston Villa away is difficult, West Ham United is a difficult match, but against Wolves and Southampton, I think Rafinha should be involved, and Patrick Bamford obviously should be involved in goals. So this is why also is like I said, last 5 matches on average more than 7 points, right, sir? So that's a good thing.
And he's really under-owned at this point, and just 5.7%.
Only 5.7% could be a differential buy.
So somebody if they have like maybe like some other mid-priced players or he's not performing, maybe he could get better value at owning Rafinha.
Exactly, or even if you have high-priced player who's not been doing well, you might want to, even if you want to get Salah out, and he could Rafinha could be a good addition, and you can actually invest that money in some other different high-priced players. Saves a lot of money for your team as well. Balanced bonus or slacks end of the season, end of the season, Leeds also would want to do better and want to cement their position somewhere in the mid-table, so they would want to score a lot of goals as well. So Leeds players they already are scoring goals, and if they just like leakage come they have a good chance of doing well. So Leeds players could be good buy now than in the past.
Leeds I think the trio supporting Bamford up front, Rafinha भयो, plus and they have so much exciting prospects, and then Harrison on the wings. and then Dallas playing out of position in the attacking third, so they we know these are going to score goals, the only way they're going to win is outscoring the opponents. That's the only way they play, and I think you'll benefit with Rafinha and your team. And
True.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. We have Harvey Barnes from Leicester. He's 8% owned. He's playing against Aston Villa, Arsenal, and Brighton, and he's priced at 6.8 million. Harvey Barnes is really performing this season,
Exactly, and I didn't expect Harvey Barnes to be doing real, esto Ramro, and he's already got 8 scores and 4 assists to his name this season, which is actually more than Madison in terms of goals, I guess. And this was he is owned by only person that makes him again a differential pick. And whenever you watch Leicester matches, you actually you see him making those runs and getting into those scoring positions. You should have actually, I think he should have actually got around 12 goals this season. He's actually also he missed some really good goal scoring opportunities this time. That's also why I think he should be brought in. Leicester are playing against Aston Villa, Arsenal, and Brighton. Leicester go lagi the way they played against Liverpool. If they keep on with that momentum, all 3 matches seem to be Aston Villa away, difficult but could be one. Arsenal at home, we saw what they did to Liverpool, defending champions. Brighton away again could be one. So, and Harvey Barnes, the way he is involved in the match, in the action that goes in and around, not just Jamie Vardy and Madison, he's also he's risen as a new pillar for Leicester this season, which is actually very good to see. So, and he might actually be aiming for a spot in the England team as well. He's also that got that potential to play for England, but again, England team is so rich with all amazing midfielders. Difficult, but he might want to make a statement for then the Euros that's coming. So I see him as a very good prospect, and I would want to have him in my team.
Yeah, I think oily season compared to last season, we have seen a lot of improvement in Harvey Barnes, especially scoring goals and giving those assists and making those decisions in the final third. Really improved player your season, say. And
true. Last season he scored I think 6 goals and 10 assists too. This time he's got 8 goals, 4 assists. He's yet to make more of those assists. But the better thing is he's scoring more, and he's going to score more goals because the opponents Leicester are playing against, I think there will be goals.
Yeah. And especially Leicester are at the top of the table. I mean, second match and Leicester assets are being overlooked, and I think this could be a time to pounce on to those assets and not get left behind because they are scoring points.
Exactly. People probably are discounting Leicester, to be honest. Early underestimate गरिरहेको हो कि किनभने लास्ट सिजन अल्सो यस्तै पोजिसनमा आएर लेस्टर एक्चुअली हुन्छ नि आफ्नै खुट्टामा पन्चर हाने जस्तो थियो लास्ट सिजन हैन. तर त्यो नहोस्. यदि त्यो भएन भने त लेस्टर प्लेयर्स हुन्छ नि they will be differentials and they will earn a lot of points for your team.
True. Well said about Harvey Barnes and his selection for Game Week 25. Let's move on to the next one. We have Danny Ings. He's 13% owned. He has a double game week against Chelsea and Leeds. Southampton forward, 8.4 million priced at. So what do you have to say about Danny Ings?
Well, Danny Ings again. He has always, whichever club he goes to, he has been involved in goals. Last season he scored 22 goals. This season already 8 goals, 3 assists. After not so good game weeks, 4-5 game weeks खासै राम्रो नभएपछि he scored against Wolves. अनि double game week भएको पनि कारणले गर्दाखेरि, and after that 9-0 dropping against Manchester United, Southampton actually have to again do it all over again as to making sure that they are the team that can put it behind and get into a winning run. Chelsea at home, Southampton can actually win this match. They have to make a statement. And Chelsea apparently has become a club that actually likes to be the Robin Hood of the Premier League. So Southampton at home, Leeds away. tough matches, but one of these matches is Southampton probably will win. Just like that, I think Chelsea, despite being a Chelsea fan, I'm quite nervous about this fixture because Southampton, they really have to do it against a big team to reinstate themselves as a club which can have that mental strength of coming back to life, quoting the amazing, beautiful song. So Chelsea, yeah, against Chelsea, there will be goals also. Like Chelsea again, defensively, not that yet perfect, and so if they can find some loopholes of getting into the final third, we saw a lot of scoring chances even in the last match against Newcastle. So it was like Chelsea didn't play well defensively. They're not playing well defensively. It's just that they're getting lucky so far, and there are if Azpilicueta plays on the right, and if Alonso plays in the left wing, there will be chances for the wingers to get into the Chelsea box. So yeah, there will be goal scoring opportunities for Danny Ings. And against Leeds, obviously there will be goals. It's going to probably be 3-3 or something like that. So yeah, Danny Ings only 13% owned, could be a good buy.
Yeah. I mean, Ings को कुरा गर्दाखेरि I mean, there are not much strikers अहिले जो चाहिँ इन्फर्म छ अथवा जसले चाहिँ हुन्छ नि मस्ट बाई भन्ने खालि स्ट्राइकर नै अहिले एकदमै कम छ जस्तो लाग्छ EPL मै because like Jamie Vardy he's just come back and त्यसपछि Aguero is not there, Kane is not performing, and then like Chelsea ma Timo Werner is there but he's not performing that well,
out of position.
Yeah, so in that situation, it really favors Ings because उसले double game में खेल रहा छ हैन. He's in penalties as well. So and nobody questions about his finishing ability. So maybe he's like
errors.
Yeah, so he really is good at scoring goals and then those finishes. Whenever I see his goals, he's really a good finisher. Just to feel in the
Exactly. Yeah, he scores all kind of goals. That's why he's there in the team, leading the team with the penalties also. And the corner, whenever there's a set piece, he's also a threat out there. Aerial threat wise, also he's there always, and then in the box. So it's nice to see him out there and doing well as well. So this season, probably like with the kind of fixtures against Everton, Sheffield, there will be points from him, but it's just a matter of time. Last week probably was the beginning of the rise of the curve. So maybe against Chelsea, Leeds, Everton, Sheffield, there should be a couple of goals for him.
Yeah. Hopefully, I need a strike on my team, so I'm inclining towards Danny Ings. Either. Move on to the next. We have Game Week 25 players to hold. So if you have these players on your team, you just need to hold them, even though it's like a rough patch or like they have difficult fixtures, but they will rise.
Exactly.
So first we have Mohamed Salah. So 40.6% on. So somebody people are tending with his price tag 12.5 million.
Yeah,
they're trying to think we have better value from other players, but you try to ask them to hold these players and Salah.
Yeah,
so
there might be a thought process of like maybe let's the way Liverpool are playing. Salah is obviously scoring goals, so that is the only reason that you might want to hold him. But there are people who are beginning to think, okay, so if 12.5 does not justify his presence there, if it's only 5 to 7 points he is going to earn me every week, is even worth it भन्ने खालको एउटा थट प्रोसेस हुन सक्छ हैन. अनि सालाको लाइक पोइन्ट्सहरु हेर्ने हो भने पनि he's actually he's actually had like 4-5 वटा bad game weeks and then he scored a brace and then he's been scoring एउटा game week he blanked and then 7 points. That is the only reason. And then Liverpool have like this derby against Merseyside derby against Everton. That should be a high scoring game. And it usually has been a very interesting match. This should be a high scoring game because both teams are really good, but the way Liverpool have been out of form recently, not winning the matches they should be winning, there might be questions about having Liverpool players in the team or not, but we saw the Champions League match against RB Leipzig. Again, Salah and Mane were in the score sheet. So you never want to actually leave Salah out of your team. He has been the highest contributor since he started playing for Liverpool. Nobody has earned more points in FPLs than Mohamed Salah, so he has a lot of on his CV resume. So hold on to him. He's going to deliver again. And again, when he gives you points, he gives you in like double digits. So keep Salah.
Salah, he's kind of player you don't want to get not have on your team when he explodes.
Exactly, he is probably after coming to in his second time at the Premier League after joining Liverpool. Before he was in Chelsea, again a player that we really should not have let go of. So when FPL season suru hunda Salah is one of those names. Sabi manager but look at the drop 40.6. I think that's a drop in terms of ownership from last time. So
people it was around 60%.
Exactly. So people are actually letting him go, but I suggest holding him for now, because obviously he's going to give more for your teams.
Yeah, I'm not selling Salah. I mean, unless he's injured, because form ko kura, I think he's fixture proof and he's form proof. He can explode at any given time.
At any given moment, fraction of a second, you see Salah might score a world class goal.
Exactly. So just hold on to Salah. Next we have Thomas Souček from West Ham. So he is playing against Tottenham, Manchester City, and Leeds. It's just 5.4 million and 16.7% owned. Thomas Souček is a player you have to hold.
Thomas Tuchel, definitely he is someone I really didn't know about in the new season already. But last season he gave us points, so we didn't expect him to contribute in terms of points, priced at only 5.5 to carry a season ko suruma, 5.0 matrai थियो, and now he is at 5.0 थियो, so now he's at 5.4. He's been scoring, providing one assist, and then he gets into those goal scoring places. Whenever there's set pieces, aerial threat is there. He's very tall, and he does the hard work, and also at the same time he creates assisting or he creates goal scoring opportunities. He gets there, scores goals, and despite the tough matches against Tottenham, the way Tottenham have been not doing well. It's I think Souček will still be there in that match and contribute. That red card havoc was stupid. I think he should not have been red carded in that match. So I didn't. That was I don't know what went through the mind of the VAR referee and the referee on field. That should have never been given to the on field referee. He should not have been asked to watch the video. That was not a red card. That match, all of us, those of us who had him, we got 0. So Tottenhamसँग म्याचमा त खेलाउँदा नि हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई. Against Man City, I probably would not have any West Ham players in the squad, because Man City will score. But still, the way West Ham are playing, they might actually surprise Man City. So there is that room also. So West Ham really doing well. I am going to have Souček until the end of the season. But those who are not willing to have him play in the next couple of game weeks, still hold, because if he scores, his value is going to rise, and that is going to contribute to your team as well.
Plus, the way West Ham are playing, I think उनीहरूको त्यो aerial presence-मा पनि fit भएको छ Souček, and all those corners that they win. And he's already scored 8+ goals, around 8 exact figure. I think he scored around 8 goals. So that's something that's more than a 5.0 player delivers in FPL.
Exactly. So you have to buy. Bargain buy. Next season, I think his value is going to begin at 7.
Yeah. So he's if you have him in your team, just hold on to him for coming fixtures. Next we have is Timo Werner. So Timo Werner is 12.0% on right now, and forward from Chelsea with 9.2. his price went from 9.5, and then moved back to 9, and then he's in 9.2 right now. So they price point by fluctuate by Rasa. His ownership has gone up and down. His form has gone up and down, but he's chipping in with points. We are seeing a bright light with Timo Werner and TT with Chelsea, and
Exactly. Lately, Pani, impact. He had been making the impact, and despite the fact that he was not scoring goals before the Newcastle United match, Tottenham सँगको गेममा पनि he was the one who created that opportunity, and then against Sheffield, 2 assists, and he creates penalties. He actually he falls, but he creates goal scoring opportunities even inside the box, even outside of the box. He makes those efforts. He has been very unlucky since the very beginning of the season, because he should have had. There have been matches where he should have easily scored a hat trick, or at least a brace, or even a single goal. Even in the last match, he should have scored 2 more goals. And Chelsea now are going to play against Southampton away, difficult fixture. Manchester United at home, difficult fixture. Everton against again at home, difficult match. But again, if there's been anyone in the Chelsea team right now who's been scoring, creating goal scoring opportunities, it has been Timo Werner. And with Thomas Tuchel at the helm, I think he's going to give more freedom to Timo, and probably might even start him in the natural position of the number 9 main striker role against Manchester United or Everton. So there will be goals for him. Let's be optimistic about, because we've seen him do so well in Germany. It was his longest dry spell without goals, which came to an end. So maybe that will give him some confidence as well, and help his graph rise up. The momentum चाहिँ अब maintain गर्न सक्यो भने चाहिँ राम्रो हुन्छ. So keep him for a while, even if you're not playing him. But at 9.2, it's quite difficult not to have a player at 9.2, and have a player at 9.2 and not play him. So गाह्रो चाहिँ गाह्रो, तर I suggest holding him.
Yeah, I think if you have him, you have to play him, and with the form that Chelsea are showing right now, and I think I'm seeing maybe Timo Werner hat trick coming soon, and
Exactly. I would want that against Manchester United.
Wow.
Yeah, because that is going to be at home, and Manchester United themselves are not doing.
We'll be discussing about players to skip. So these players have caught an eye, but they are not too reliable at this point. So we'll just have to keep an watchful eye. The players say just don't bring in straight away. But there are some signs. James Rodriguez 10% owned. Everton. Next match is against Liverpool, and he's 7.7% owned. So why do you have him?
10% own, price 7.7.
Yeah.
So James Rodriguez, he started the season very well, ekdamai ramoसँग, and he recently also had a goal, I guess. But my problem with James Rodriguez is that he's lacked consistency this time. Obviously, he is a very beautiful player. We all love him, Colombian, World Cup highest scorer at that point of time. And he didn't have a lot of opportunities when he was at Real Madrid, and this is went to Bayern Munich, I guess. And he really a big player, and he really beautiful to watch as well. But the matches against Liverpool, and Chelsea, and Sheffield at home, he might actually be involved. He might actually also be involved in terms of goals against Liverpool or last Sahid, and Liverpool not doing really well. The most side derby, so you never really know what's going to happen in that. He probably was at one point of time owned by more than 15-17%. He started, he didn't really contribute for quite a while, and then he was dropped. So I would not have him in my team for now. But after that Chelsea match, I probably would go back to considering James Rodriguez in the team.
So when the Rodriguez was really playing good, and that was the time when Everton were playing good, and the start of the
Exactly,
season.
exactly. DCL was scoring, and this was James Rodriguez was creating a lot
Mhm.
of opportunities for him. Not just, and he himself was also scoring those goals. And already got your brace. He had a brace earlier, and in
Mhm.
Bitsama he missed some matches, and he probably was not that fit enough as well. And the last two matches he's not played the entire 90 minutes. You know, in fact,
Mhm.
against Manchester City, he only played like 21 minutes to be honest. And
Yeah.
so. Theo. So for now, I think against Liverpool, Chelsea, big teams.
Mhm.
And if Everton win against these teams, they actually will be making a statement about the top four position because
Yeah.
Liverpool and Chelsea are right there. You know? And Sheffield is a match they should win comfortably, I think. But still, for the next two matches, I would not consider James Rodriguez.
All right. For now, let's just skip Rodriguez. Next, we have Alan Sant Maximin from
Mhm.
Newcastle, a really exciting player, 2.4%
Exactly.
on, 5.1 goes sweet price point
Price.
masa. But he has matches against Manchester United, Wolves, and West Ham. So you won't want to consider him right away, and the.
Well, I actually like this player. I really admire the way he plays, and then he was go
Mhm.
to flair. Like we discussed this earlier also. And
Yeah.
he's a very beautiful player to watch.
Mhm.
अनि लास्ट सिजन पनि अराउन्ड यही टाइम नै नट जस्ट दिस टाइम ठ्याक्कै उसको चाहिँ लास्ट सिजनको त्यो कोही आउने बित्तिकै हो कि के थियो होइन हि
Mhm.
वाज अ भेरी गुड साइनिङ फर देम हि क्रिएटेड हि एन्ड सुचेक started rising and doing well at the same time period for
Mhm.
हुन्छ नि their respective clubs.
Yeah.
And I thought that would continue. I thought I would get to see more of Saint Maximin this time. He's
Mhm.
played well against Manchester United previously. And I think
Mhm.
he has scored all aside
Mhm.
against Manchester United. So probably scored or created an assist. I remember that match. So he might be the differential factor against Manchester United, but again, Manchester United should be winning that match easily at home.
Mhm.
But you can never be comfortable. It's just that we can see the moves from Saint Maximin, but
Yeah.
the final product चाहिँ देखिरहेको छैनौँ क्या हामीले. So
Yeah.
that is why
The
for a while.
Yeah. So and to get those fantasy points, you need to finish those off, and so you cannot
Exactly.
you don't get points for playing like the flair and the tricks that you show on the ground,
Yeah.
so that doesn't contribute. So it's really exciting. I really like this player as well, Newcastle
Mm.
team, but uh, for now we just need to skip him
Mhm.
into those considerations to get him.
Obviously, as we move हुन्छ नि, to
Mhm.
the fag end of the season, we have
Yeah.
to make sure that we get the players who actually earn us points. This
Mhm.
is not the time for us to like retain trial गर्ने टाइम त अहिले रहेन होइन.
Right.
सुरुमा सिजनको सुरुमा भए भए चाहिँ ठिकै हुन्थ्यो, but
Uh-huh.
he's not delivered throughout. That's why he can also take his price 5.1 हुनुको कारण पनि त्यही नै हो होइन.
Mhm.
He's probably dropped from 5.5 to 5.1.
Yeah.
So yeah, he actually dropped from 5.5 to 5.1. So that speaks volumes about the performance. That's why
Mhm.
I try to skip him for now.
Yeah. All right. So the final one is Aubameyang, Arsenal captain, 6.7% owned. He has match against Manchester City, Leicester, and Burnley. He just scored a hat trick, his first Premier League hat trick. So you
I
consider him
for this
to.
is
Mhm.
actually yeah. I like I said Ogino, and I
Uh-huh.
love this player, and
Yeah.
I would want to have him in my team. But
Mhm.
at this price of 11.3,
Mhm.
he just had fresh Ogino ni कुरा गर्यो भने it's
Yeah.
with him. Aubameyang once he starts scoring, he goes on scoring, and
Yeah.
I would love that as
Mhm.
well. But looking at the fixtures, and then top of the table, second position मा भएको
Mhm.
teamsहरूसँग fixturesहरू छ.
Mhm.
And Arsenal are probably going to struggle a bit against Manchester City and Leicester because these teams really attack and highlight you in
Mhm.
terms of हुन्छ नि pressing
Mhm.
देखि लिएर सबै. They like having possession as well. And Arsenal
Mhm.
lately have not been good enough when they even if they had the possession. So
Mhm.
in football, possession is good, but it does not earn you 3 points.
Mhm.
So Man City and Leicester, tough matches. And I don't see Arsenal creating a lot of goal scoring opportunities against Man City and Leicester because these teams are also very defensively very solid.
Yeah.
right? So त्यो भएर चाहिँ Aubameyang at 11.3 might not be earning those points भनेर चाहिँ मैले स्किपमा राखेको. Otherwise, I would love to have him in my teams. I gave him, like, I had him until the game week 10 होला. And त्यसपछि I was compelled to get him out because I was not earning any points. So त्यही भएर मात्रै हो. नत्र Aubameyang is someone who हुन्छ नि used to be fixture proof, but this time I don't think against Man City. If Arsenal are going to score, it's going to be him. त्यो चाहिँ हो फेरि हैन. तर again, it's a huge risk against Arsenal having him against Man City.
Yeah. So for now, we'll just watch and enjoy him play, and then hopefully he performs.
And watch him score.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I hope he performs really well against Manchester City. But yeah, it's very difficult to bet against the Manchester City, the Leicester. So let's just watch, and then we can get him for maybe like Burnley games and see how it changes the situation, man. Next, we will focus on some players that you need to get out from your team, and maybe those are injured or maybe those are out of form. So we'll take a look at those three players. First, we have James Justin. He was playing really well, and
exactly, he was earning a lot of wins for all of us.
Yeah. So unfortunately, he hasn't gotten injured, and that's take out in the Prarambha.
Exactly. He's got this knee injury and with an unknown return date. So in that context, it's best not to have him or not even have him in your bench, because that value is going to drop.
Yeah.
Right. The money is going to drop.
Yeah, I heard that he's done for the season. He's not going to feature this season. So that's really sad for him. I mean, the fantasy owners are team James Justin. So I think
that actually gives, which means he was playing really well in his position as well. He had cemented that position, which makes it difficult. Yeah, so that has actually advantage for opponents that Leicester will be facing in near future. Aston Villa, Grealish can exploit that area. Yeah. Arsenal wingers again, Saka and all those players can exploit the area where Justin used to play, and Justin was really good in those big matches against big teams, especially against Chelsea also. राम्रो खेलेको हो त्यो पोजिसनबाट. So yeah, now that he's gone, maybe it's Leicester को opponents हरू जो छ त्यहाँबाट पनि players हरू राख्दा चाहिँ हुन्छ होला, because he was providing that solidity as well. He was really involved in not just defending well, also creating good goal scoring opportunities, and he was also finding the back of the net.
He was good going forward and defending, getting those clean sheets and the assists, goals, and it was a dream for having him under like 4.5 million. But now it's time to part with James Justin. Let's go on to the next one. We have Jack Grealish, 38.2% owned, talisman for Aston Villa. Chelsea, I say that's a typo. But he's facing against Leicester, Leeds, and Wolves. But you think now is the time to let him go, and
I think now is the time to let him go, but I still have him in my team. But again, it is only because I'm letting him go so that I can have other players in the value range of Jack Grealish. Obviously, Grealish has been contributing in terms of points, and he's still in the overall players. He's still in the team alongside the likes of Salah and Bruno Fernandes. He's still there. But considering the fixtures coming up, Leicester, Leeds, Wolves, Newcastle, and then they've got big matches yet to play. So difficulty fixture 4 भन्दा माथिको धेरै players धेरै टिमसँग चाहिँ खेल्न बाँकी छ, and it's just that I wanted to have some value I wanted to tweak my team a bit, and I thought Jack Grealish, despite his prowess and opponents that his team is going to play against, probably there will be other better value players जस्तो लागेर चाहिँ मैले हटाउन मात्रै लागेको. So no personal यो चाहिँ पर्सनल हो, यो चाहिँ पर्सनल ओपिनियन मात्रै हो. So Jack Grealish still is in my team. I will watch him against Leicester and probably release him soon.
I think plus अनि अहिले like the start of the season जब Aston Villa they were scoring goals left, right, center, and अहिले they are struggling in front of the गोल
Yeah,
पनि अनि त्यति धेरै गोल पनि भएको छैन अनि that has taken toll on Jack Grealish and his points tally अनि yeah I was thinking about हुन्छ नि मेरो टिममा पनि छ Jack Grealish but there have been times when I feel like हुन्छ नि उसलाई अब रिलिज गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने फिल चाहिँ आछ मलाई लट अफ देम हेभ अलरेडी पार्टेड विथ Jack Grealish but yeah this could be a time हुन्छ नि where you can get some freshen up your team with some other midfielders.
exactly.
All right, so finally we have Hector Bellerin from Arsenal, 4.6% owned, right back. So he was captain for Arsenal for when Auba was not there. But tough fixtures coming up for Hector, and
Exactly. I love this player. He's Spanish, right? Barca roots for Hector Bellerin. The problem is he's a very good player, but at the same time, fixtures though. And lately in the last match he scored also 9 points in that match. He provides assists. He gets into those places from where he can create opportunities. But at the same time, they fixer trouble भएको भएर चाहिँ किनभने I really wanted to get the defenders from Leeds. Double game week go, and one of those matches say Leeds are likely to maintain a clean sheet भने त्यो probability मात्रैको हिसाबले चाहिँ पनि हो हैन. Hector Bellerin चाहिँ I think I'll get him out of the team for now and see if he does well against Man City and Leicester. And because if you're doing well against Man City or Leicester, top two teams of the table at the moment, अनि हैन टप अफ द टेबलमा भएको टिम्सहरुसँग राम्रो गर्यो भने त obviously अरूसँग चाहिँ राम्रो गर्ने भइहाल्यो. So that's why I would also want to give him हुन्छ नि this window of room for improvement kind of stuff. So I really see him as a very good talented player, but at the same time right now points ko focus भएको हुनाले चाहिँ I would like to go with a defender from a team that is going to play 2 matches in the game week.
Yeah, I think a clean sheet ko लागि चाहिँ अलिकति difficult छ coming game weeks, but I've really I mean watching Bellerin I see some improvement from previous seasons. Usko चाहिँ attacking third मा चाहिँ he has gotten more involved with assists and goals. Defensively he's not that good. He always get caught in awkward positions and easily beaten by attackers, but
wingers.
But he's a good player, and then for now it's just the fixtures.
Exactly. For now it's just the fixtures.
Yeah. So all right.
Also, for defenders might score goals once in a while, once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Their main job is to defend and ensure a clean sheet. Otherwise, after no points out, and if you look at the fixtures, Man City and Leicester, so there will be goals. They were all
right. Yeah. I totally agree with those points and the reasonings for these players to release. So next we'll discuss about the captain's pick for Game Week 25. So captains are the ones that deliver, that make or break your game week. So the first one we have Patrick Bamford, 55% owned. And he has a double game week against Wolves and Southampton.
I would not be surprised if a lot of FPL users will have him as the triple captain for this game week, because would not be surprised because Wolves and Southampton, and Patrick Bamford is someone who people actually didn't really think that he would be doing well in the Premier League. Many thought he would be just a championship player, and he is a former Chelsea player who didn't get a lot of opportunities with the senior team, but never really gave up on himself, and he played really well for the clubs he was loaned out at, and this was even at a championship. He did really well, and we always knew that this guy would score goals. Even Chelsea fans, those who have followed the academy and also the first team and other teams of the clubs, we knew about him. We knew about his prowess. It's just that Chelsea is a team where it's really difficult to break in, and you always have big money international players coming in. So that was a thing for him. But he's done really well. And these 2 matches, when 2 goals, when 2 goals, it's like 2 game week, 10 points matre आए पनि if you triple captain him हुन्छ नि gets you 30
Yeah.
could be a differential thing. But again, you would really not want to use your triple captainship unless you're really sure about a player, and this player is someone you can be really confident about. So I think I really think a lot of FPL users will have him as the triple captain in this game week.
I mean, I recently got Bamford in, but Suruma, I was really doubtful about him scoring because I had seen. I mean, I didn't. I follow him on the championship, but Suruma actually पहिला त्यो Middlesbrough मा हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ I had seen he used to come in as a sub and he not really perform हैन त्यो खासै त्यस्तो त्यो आँखा जाने खाले प्लेयर चाहिँ थिएन but so championship बाट आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ I thought Leeds are really attacking team, but I really didn't know why they had Bamford in front of the goal. Yeah,
I thought that they also had this new signing in terms of Rodrigo. And Rodrigo, they brought Rodrigo is who plays for Spain. Plays for the country and he's a Spanish. But Bamford has been doing better than this international player.
Yes.
So which is something that makes him stand out in the team as well, and he has not been making too many mistakes. I mean, whenever he gets a goal scoring opportunity, he makes sure often that he capitalizes on it, and that is quite a statement that he is making as well. He scored against Chelsea as well, I think. I guess if I'm not wrong. So there's and big team someone scores a गरिरहेको let's see, then this guy gives you a lot of confidence. And I see him as someone. Yeah, he scored against Chelsea. So he is someone like you can really bank on, and his price range is only 6.9. You look at the ownership as well, and if you look at the status and FPL, a lot of FPL users have brought him in already, which speaks volume about him. Their plans with him, and he's going to earn new points. At least I see at least 10 points in these 2 game weeks. That's why triple captain rakhne possibility high.
Yeah. So with 55.6% owned, so you are just safe bet just about
yeah. True. It must have. Everyone is having him, and even if it blanks one of these 2 game weeks, he's likely to earn in the others. I mean, in the one of these 2 matches, my blank got points on a chances.
So I do have Patrick Bamford on my team, and I'm seriously considering him to captain this game week. Next, we have Harry Kane, Spurs. He's a Spurs captain, and then playing against West Ham. Recently come back after the injury. He was not performing that good against Man City, but he's Harry Kane.
He's Harry Kane. He's a fixture-proof player, and people had their doubts when Harry Kane initially came into the Tottenham when he rose through the ranks. He actually was initially, after they had a striker from Spain, and he was injured, and Roberto Soldado. And they also had Van Hansen Tottenham, but he always thrived in when he was thrown with competitions. He has one season wonder after he. But this is a player really who's being targeted by clubs like Real Madrid and other big players in the Europe. So you can always bank on him. He never disappoints you. Game week blank when you can always count on him. It's just that Kane's on relationship alikati पहिला जस्तै त्यो अलि फायर स्पार्क गरिरहेको चाहिँ छैन तर when he starts scoring, when he scores for your team, he does not just score a 1 goal, he actually really does well, contribute as well. And
plus he's on penalties
he's on penalties, obviously, and this you also get to see him now this season creating assists. I'm not sure if Harry Kane has created this many assists in a single season prior to this. Already this season 11 assist so he's never done that in a single season. 13 goals, that goal tally is going to rise and probably will reach around 20, 19, 20, 18, 19, 20 होइन त्यो पुग्न सक्छ. So Harry Kane must have. You never know when he will come up with the hat trick. And London Derby against West Ham United, who are a very good team, but you can expect Harry Kane doing well against good teams, ne? Yeah. So that's what makes him Harry Kane.
I have no doubt that Harry Kane, he will start performing. It could be this match, I know. So Harry Kane, he's always a captain's pick. Next we have Bruno Fernandes, 60% owned, and he's playing against Newcastle at home. Bruno Fernandes.
Penalties to begin with, and then he also scores. He has shown that he can also score other goals except for penalties, and he's always there. He's always involved. He creates chances. He creates opportunities. He has actually single-handedly lifted the Manchester United team, to be honest. Right? So it's not just even because of him. You can see players like Paul Pogba raising their standards. Those who apparently seemed lost in that Manchester United team. Younger players are doing well because of him, his presence. The strike force also, like Cavani is there. He's been like serving opportunities for players up front. So this is a must-have player. That's why you see the 60% ownership in the FPL. His price is also again is 11.5, and that is well deserved. And he is the highest earner of FPL points so far this season, I guess. And I see him being nobody like getting to his position. 11.5 भइसकेर छ उसको प्राइस अनि पहिलाभन्दा यो सिजनमा मात्रै बढेको 10.5 बाट अनि हाईएस्ट पोइन्ट अर्नर सो फार. सो he is a must have. If you're not having Bruno Fernandes in your team, you're losing a lot of points, as easy as that. So yeah,
Bruno ko lagi plus ani I think
on that grounds he's a must have player.
Yeah. So I mean, there's no denying of Bruno Fernandes ma, and the plus you never know about usko chahi, he's always a threat on the final third. So yeah, no brainer is like malai chahi, if you have any doubts you can just give the armband to Bruno.
Yeah, and among these three players I see Patrick Bamford as the better pick because two game weeks.
All right, yeah. So maybe Patrick Bamford and Bruno and then Kane on that order end. Is it?
Yep. And like I said earlier, Patrick Bamford high chances of being triple captained by many.
So it's a double game week, so this like say capitalize garnu paryo हैन सबैजनाले. You have two bites at the cherry one jस्तो.
Yeah, and Leeds, the way they are playing, they concede but they also score goals. So good time to have him as a triple captain. I'm seriously considering that option as well myself. Funny,
right?
Yeah, others might not be thinking, so why not?
Yeah, sure. Let's move on to match prediction for game week 25. So we'll start with Wolves Leeds. We'll just give with our like के लाग्छ त्यो final score line हैन त्यो मात्रै भन्दिम अनि त्यसपछि अगाडि बढौँ है त. So Wolves Leeds, what do you think?
Yeah, could be a 2-2 match.
2-2 दुईजना equally हामीले सोच्दाखेरि चाहिँ yeah, Wolves Leeds 2-2. I feel it's going to be Wolves coming back to form and maybe like 2-2 नै भन्छु म पनि ल. Southampton Chelsea.
I want Chelsea to win, obviously, because I'm a Chelsea fan. But Southampton at home, a tough one. This is a really, to be honest, it's a very difficult match for Chelsea. Southampton trying to do better after that thrashing. I want Chelsea to win 3-4-0, obviously. But I'm just going with the 2-0 because we've not been scoring a lot many goals lately.
Okay, I'll give 1 goal to Ings and then maybe 2-1 to Chelsea.
Okay.
Move on to the next one. Burnley West Brom. Ke होला the prediction timro?
Burnley doing well. West Brom would want to win this one desperately. But I see Burnley at home winning it maybe 1-0.
1-0. All right. So yes, I think I'll give a 1 point to Sam Allardyce. 1-1. I don't Burnley West Ham. Let's move on to next the Liverpool derby छ हैन Liverpool against Everton. What do you think?
Exactly. This one again, this is actually a very good opportunity for Everton, to be honest. And Liverpool dropping points and then dropping positions as well in the Premier League. And it's been a lot many years Everton have not won at Anfield. And it's a very good opportunity for them. And yeah, Liverpool might win this match. Liverpool probably will win this match, but I want to see Everton walking away with 3 points. I would go for Everton. Probably, I don't think it is going to happen. Probably will be a draw at best. I know, but I want Everton to win this match 2-1.
Oh, I know. So looking for fourth.
It's a the one say probably Liverpool will win this match 2-1 होला सायद.
So yeah, I'd love to see Everton winning against Liverpool and fourth home defeat हुन्छ यदि त्यो भयो भने त Liverpool. I mean, it could be like I don't know कति years मा चाहिँ I cannot imagine हैन Liverpool यसरी हार्ने होममा. But yeah, I'd love to see Everton winning against Liverpool. But I think Salah he will score. Above derby भएपछि form sub goes out of the window हैन. So I think 2-1 Liverpool. Next we have Fulham Sheffield. What do you think?
Fulham doing lately well, win and a draw in the last two matches. Sheffield again not really in that kind of frame or form. I know. So
like
Fulham
last season
I think Fulham Craven Cottage in a stadium. And Scott Parker really would want to ensure that he gets 3 points from this match. So I see Fulham winning this 2-0.
Yeah, I think I'm excited to see their new striker, and they are very good defensively as well. So I'm going for 1-0 Fulham as well myself. Next we have Sunday fixtures: West Ham against Spurs. What do you think?
I see this match ending in a draw because West Ham really doing well. Spurs not so much. But again, Harry Kane and Son Heung-min, तर त्यो दुईजनामा चाहिँ depend भयो भने चाहिँ West Ham are a really strong team to crack किनभने उनीहरूको त्यो defensive solidity and midfieldमा जुन त्यो stability भइसकेको छ यो season, that is really difficult to crack even for the likes of Spurs or Leicester or any other big teams. So I see this match actually ending up in a draw, and I think it will end up in a 1-1 draw aside.
Yeah, I remember last season it was a 3-3 draw at Spurs Stadium, I know. That Lanzini World League at 19
what a goal that was, eh?
Yeah. They frustrating Spurs, I know. They were leading 3-1, I know. And Bale missing out, West Ham. I expect similar kind of London derbies are always special. And it's going to be another thrilling match, I guess. I hope for West Ham win. So let's see if we can get another 3-2 win against Spurs at the West Ham League. But let's see. Aston Villa, Leicester, what do you think?
Leicester again. Aston Villa are a good team. Again, they've Liverpool match what they can do. That probably was a fluke. They have this prowess. They have Watkins up front. They have Jack Grealish. They have different good players. They have Ross Barkley. Barkley probably. I don't think he'll play this match. But they have good players in the team. Leicester again. They would not want to repeat last season, so they would want to win this match against Aston Villa. I see Jamie Vardy again on the score sheet. Again, like Barnes, Madison playing really well, so probably will be a 2-1 for Leicester, away win for Leicester.
Yeah, I mean Leicester, they have really good attacking side. Having said that, Aston Villa, they're doing good defensively as well. So I'm looking for maybe like 0-0 draw. I really don't have any expectation you give on this, but
I Aston Villa to win for John Terry and also for Chelsea right now, because if Leicester drop points, it's better for clubs like Liverpool, Chelsea, and other clubs also. Would want Aston Villa to win, but I think it's going to be a very interesting match to watch this one.
Yeah. So this could be a match, Leicester dropping points, but Erum. how it goes. Another big match is Arsenal against Manchester City. Arsenal
Mhm.
welcoming Man City in Emirates Stadium. What do you think?
Big match for Arsenal.
Yeah, it's a big match for us.
But Arsenal have actually done well when it's been about the big matches this season.
Mhm,
Remember, they
mhm,
defeated Chelsea, when Arsenal was
mhm.
not doing really well. It
Yeah.
was against Chelsea that they made this. Everyone thought Arsenal might
Mhm,
not win the match. FA Cup
mhm.
जितिसकेपछि the people really expected Arsenal to do really well this season, and this
That's
might
right.
actually be the turning point for them this season again if they win against Manchester City,
Mhm,
and gain on that confidence, gain that confidence, and carry on with that momentum. It will be really nice to see Arsenal.
mhm,
They've got their main man firing against Man City. If he scores, Arsenal will be a different team to watch from there on. जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ.
uh-huh,
Again, but it's Manchester City top of the table for a reason,
mhm,
and might actually you never know how they actually make any strong team look like a team from Sunday League. Monday League
yeah.
के league भन्छ नि होइन. So yeah, probably interesting match to watch. Would want Arsenal to win, would want Aubameyang to score, but I see Manchester City winning it 2-1.
Okay. So me myself, I mean, realistically, I don't see Arsenal getting any points यो गेममा चाहिँ, but I hope Arsenal they upset Man City. Me myself, I'll just go for like a 2-1 Arsenal win. See magic of Arteta, you know. But yeah, I'll just keep my fingers crossed.
Best wishes for that.
All right, thank you so much. Let's move on to the next one. We have Manchester United against Newcastle. के होला?
Yeah, yeah, Saint Maximin, if he like shines like he's done well against Manchester United in the past.
Another upset for Man United.
Yeah, could be. It could. That could. But without Wilson up front, it's going to be difficult for Newcastle to find that goal scoring threat or to गाह्रो चाहिँ छ. But yeah, maybe Manchester United will win this one and just like cement their position in the top four with probably like a 2-3-0. Because yeah, until and unless there's some like magic from Maximin or John Shelby or some other player in that. There are players who can actually hurt the opponent. We saw Shelby also doing well against like Chelsea last time. So त्यो हिसाबले पनि चाहिँ there's this chance of an upset for Manchester United, but like I don't see many players having the capacity in that Newcastle United team to like hurt Manchester United for the moment. So it's probably with a 2-3-0 win for United.
Yeah, me myself, I think it's going to be not that difficult to win against Newcastle. I think it's going to be like 3-0. 3-0 Manchester United. Next, we have a Monday night fixture against Brighton and Crystal Palace. What do you think?
I see this match as another interesting fixture. Like Crystal Palace, there are players who I really like. For example, Eze. Eze is there. Michi Batshuayi, obviously, whenever he comes to play, he's an interesting prospect. He actually scores, whether for Chelsea club or country. Whenever he's given a chance to play, he actually contributes in one way or the other. Brighton again, defensively very solid. At times, really good to watch. Them earning points. So I think this match will probably end up in a I think goalless draw जस्तो लागिरहेछ है मलाई चाहिँ.
Yeah, so I don't see Crystal Palace. If Zaha is coming back, maybe he could contribute. Otherwise, I don't see Brighton goal खान्छ जस्तो चाहिँ last छैन है. So I think I would see it as a 2-0 Brighton win at home for the Seagulls. Let's see. त्यो चाहिँ अब त्यो नै हेरेर थाहा हुन्छ है. Let's move on to the final game for Game Week 25. Leeds against Southampton. दुईटै attacking team छ होइन?
There will be goals in this.
Yeah. So यसमा चाहिँ अब त्यही त I have zero defense in. I mean, त्यो डिफेन्सको लागि चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ भर छैन होइन बोथ लिड्स एन्ड साउथह्याम्पटन बट एट्याकिङ गोइङ फरवर्ड दे हेभ रियली गुड होइन साउथह्याम्पटन विथ इङ्स जेम्स वार्ड प्राउज रेडमन राम्रो छ अब लिड्सको सेम विथ देम ब्यामफोर्ड ह्यारिसन एन्ड डालस राफिना सो व्हाट डु यु थिङ्क
So I think this will be like we've been saying, and there will be goals in this game. So probably will be a 2-2, 3-2 kind of result for either of the teams. Really not sure who might win this one, but there will be goals. Theo, the winner will be winning this match by just a margin of a single goal. So probably 3-2 for one of these teams. Not really sure which one is going to win it.
Yeah. So yeah, me too. I mean, I think there's going to be goals in this game. It's not going to be like 1-0 or 1-1. It's going to be at least 3-4 goals on this game. I think it's 2-2 for Leeds and Southampton. Let's move on to the next. We are almost at the end. About game week 25, now we have DGQ big match Arsenal Manchester City, and then we have KTV battle for League One. Golden Gladiators playing against Sol Supremo for the top spot, and we have Aussie Avengers battling against Devil's Dawn on League 2. So game week चाहिँ अब धेरै छैन इट्स गोइङ टु बी टुमोरो मर्निङ अब यहाँ चाहिँ टुमोरो छ होइन अब नेपालमा इट्स अलरेडी आई थिङ्क इट्स टुनाइट सो डेडलाइन इज फास्ट अप्रोचिङ डु पुट इन योर कमेन्ट्स होइन सो what do you think Prarambha, we've discussed about Arsenal Manchester City. What do you think about the team battle? Whom are you favoring?
I think because Gotham Gladiators have always surprised me with the amount of points they've been earning. So I see Gotham Gladiators winning the first one against Sol Supremo, and in the other one, it's a difficult one for Dons, to be honest. Aussie Avengers, really good team, and
they're a really good team.
Really good team. They earn a lot of points, and I think Gotham Gladiators and Aussie Avengers will be the ones to watch. But at the same time, there's it's a tough task for Sol Supremo and Devil's Dawn.
All right. So yeah, Malavani, I mean, I cannot disagree on this one. Aussie Avengers, they are at the top of the table for a reason. And we are at the bottom, but we'll give a tough fight. We'll come up with a strategy to surprise Aussie Avengers. Same condition for Arsenal at this point. Of Arsenal, they need to come up with something against the league leaders, you know. So just drop your comments for 200 rewards coin. You know, you might end up winning those and then accumulating more rewards coin for the season. That was the end for our slides. I know. So we will be uploading these videos on YouTube once this episode is ended. And त्यहाँ पनि visit गर्न सकिन्छ, and then you can always put your comments.